good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Isaac Einstein, and welcome to EIB's live coverage of the Carry1st African Cup tournament happening in Kenya. We're going to be diving into the adrenaline war-packed of Call of Duty Mobile at a very exciting time indeed to be part of the esports world. Today I've got some fantastic gentlemen with me here. We're going to be discussing, we're going to be exposing the world of esports, and also try to understand our team that is going to be representing Ghana, Team Aura 233, how they are going to be posed for this particular tournament. I've got my very good friend here. What's your name, buddy?
I'm Calebson.
Calebson.
Yeah.
Charlie, they look good. Oh.
Charlie.
Everything good for your side?
All for the tournament.
Good. Calebson, tell us, what do you do? Just a brief discussion and then we move on to the next person.
All right, I'm Kalino Calebson. I'm the CEO and founder of GHOne Esports, but I'm the technical lead for Aura 233.
Oh, wow. Nice one. Okay. Gentlemen, what's your name?
Yeah, my name is Caleb Forson.
Caleb Forson, what do you do in the world of esports?
Yeah, I was a pro player for GHOne, but now I'm more of like a rank warrior, streamer type of thing.
Yeah. Okay. And then, what's your name?
Hello, my name is Matthew Bano, and what I do is I'm a code analyst, and I was also a part-time code coach.
Wow, code analyst and a part-time code coach. So we've got the right gentlemen here, pretty much. The people to really tell us about exactly what is happening. So tell us, let's start with Caleb. Tell us, what is all of this about? Carry1st, Call of Duty Mobile, what's going on? What's all the bonanza all about?
All right, Carry1st is a game dev and game production company, and this time around they came on board that they are going to organize a Call of Duty Mobile LAN tournament. So they started from regional qualifiers, and then they slapped on a $15,000 prize pool for that matter. So that was the whole anticipation to this event, making it one of the biggest on the African continent for a mobile gaming title. I mean, with Call of Duty Mobile, there hasn't been much of African gameplay that much, but then they have decided to take the step forward to make this very powerful. And it's on regional base, that's country base. So teams had to come together and then represent their country. That's why we are here today. And Ghana is being represented by Aura 233. And once you hear 233, you know that's Ghana.
Absolutely, that's definitely Ghana. And I want to know, how many teams are participating in this African tournament? How many countries are participating?
It was supposed to be 6 countries, but then there were some bans here and there, so 5 countries, but Kenya got 2 slots for that matter. Yeah.
Okay, well, so basically there was some form of a qualification, and there was like an in-country qualification. How did our team Aura 233, how did they perform in the local event?
You know, Aura 233 is the merge of 2 big esports teams in Ghana. That's Play Province and GHOne Esports, and these are 2 of the powerhouses in Africa. So we had the best players, and we had to come together and form this powerful team called Aura 233. I mean, the Aura has been fantastic. When the regional qualifiers was played, we won 16-0, and that should tell you the power that lies in the players to perform at their highest peak. These are T1 players that are looking forward to dominate the African continent. It has been fantastic so far. Management, companies like Samsung, and I know we'll surely talk about that, but I'm just trying to let the cat out of the bag. So the Ghanaian people have been able to push this team very far, to the extent that today we are this set to discuss about the Carry1st tournament.
Wow, fantastic. And I think you're Caleb, right?
Yeah.
Tell us, since you're a pro player or an ex-pro player or whatnot, tell us, how does it feel, or what are the things that you put in place to make sure that you are, above average? Because, we have a lot of people who say they play games, and, and people are amateurs and novices. What sets the pro players apart in all of this esports world?
Basically, what sets us apart is, to be a pro player, it's like any other job. You need to put dedication, you need to put your time in. So basically, your scrim time, we have something we call scrims. Basically, it's usually like from 7 p.m. to maybe 10 p.m. So like how every footballer goes in for training, basketball players go in for training. Same things esports athletes we do. We go in for training, always training, like grinding the game basically. So yeah. And also your apart from like team scrims, you also have to like put in the time yourself, because you cannot just come online and say I'm come to play the game because the team has a game. You also have to put in the time yourself, train your aim, train your movements, actually put in the work, so you're above average. So that's basically it.
Wow, fantastic. And then to our analysts, when you are going to play in a top tier tournament like this, what are the kind of strategies that teams tend to put in play? And if not, Aura 233, what kind of style have they implemented or have they solidified to make themselves as a tier 1 team?
Okay, so when you're playing at a very high level, you can't do what the basic people do. You have to play at a high level. You have to play with pace. You have to play with understanding of the game. You can't just load into the map and say we're going to run into the map as headless chicken. So I'm looking forward to strategy. I'm looking forward to taking their time in gunfights. I'm not looking forward to players just taking every gunfight on the map. There are some gunfights you take, there are some gunfights you don't take. So, and from what I've heard and from what I've seen from the Aura 233 guys, they are very good. That's the cut out of, they are very good. But I'm also expecting some competition from Sun Esports. So I hope the Ghanaian people will give us a good run for their money, because 16-0 in qualifiers is not easy. Wow. It means they are slapping everyone. So I'm hoping to see good Call of Duty from our Ghanaian boys.
Wow, good Call of Duty from our Ghanaian boys. Then tell us, I mean, basically, since these guys are, everybody's wasking lyrical about the team Aura 233, which other country do you think, in your opinion, poses some potential threat to Ghana, the team that we should be looking at, so that in case they are playing there, you know, we can really boo them well, you know?
You know, I said, whenever it comes to African tournaments, there's this one country that Ghana will always have a beef with. And you know, we've been fighting about jollof, we've been fighting about music, and even in esports, I mean, it's still Nigeria. It's still going to be Nigeria. They are one of the toughest opponents out there, with their team being Series 7. They've been to numerous LAN gameplays. They've won them. So they are one of the big boys that are in this tournament. So funny enough, we are going to face them. The first game is between Aura and then Series 7 from Nigeria. So it's more of the jollof battle, the music battle, all the battles you can think about. Right now, Blackstar is low, so let's not go there. So esports now, we are still fighting. And that is it. They are the big boys over there. Aura 2, we are the bigger boys over there. Then we have NXG from South Africa. They are the second place team that had to qualify in place of CAST, because CAST got banned for age restrictions that were in their roster. Okay. But then NXG, the roster that they have is looking very decent and clean. Then we have Sun Esports from Morocco. I mean, Morocco have fantastic players. Darox is over there. So we are expecting a little bit of competitions from that aspect. Then we come to Kenya. Kenya has 2 teams playing for them. So let's see what they can also bring on board. But so far, if you want to listen and then put attentive work in place, then we have to look at CR7 and Aura 233.
Wow, CR7 and Aura 233. So if you're just joining us, this is EIB's live coverage of the Carry1st African Cup Call of Duty mobile. It's been fantastic. The challenges, the highs, the lows, and right now we have our team Aura, coming in to represent Ghana. Now I want to find out, are there some specific things that top players do before like a big LAN event like this? Are there certain things, superstitious things? You know, Ghanaians have their own way of doing about things. In the esports world too, do you guys also have your own things that you do just before the game? I want to ask our pro player here.
Oh yeah, before you actually go in a tournament, there are a lot of things we do, because just like I want to always compare, just because people don't really understand the esports scene. Just like a footballer going to a match, we have a coach who now analyze the way the other team plays. So we look, what kind of strategies do they do? How can we counter it? What kind of plays will we make? So that's what they do. So we call that VOD reviews. So we do a lot of VOD reviews, trying to understand our team. Then we now take into consideration our play style, try and develop our play style to counter them. So we now develop our own strategies. Then after that, we now work on training room. So most of the time, before, like Aura 233, before they go into every scrim, they play like free for all, just to warm up, because you know you play on a mobile device. You need to get your blood circulation flowing. You need to get your thumbs moving. So you go into free for all, play some training room, play with your friends, just get going before you actually go into a tournament.
Charlie, it looks like there's a lot of things that boys have to do. So just like there's a lot of attention being placed in the modern athletes in the esports world as well, there is some form of, things that, go on in the background. I just want to remind you guys that we're going to be live on all GHOne networks, live on Facebook and YouTube and whatnot. And also we're going to be live on Star FM as well. So please stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. We have got some fantastic show for you tonight. We've got all the games coming up from the Carry1st African World Cup. Now, my analyst, I want to understand from your perspective, which of the modes of the game do you think Aura 233 has got a chance, or do you think they've got a chance in all of the modes?
Me personally, if you're able to slap a team, 16, you're able to slap teams 16-0 in qualifiers, it means you have to be a very good all-rounder, because in Call of Duty we play 3 modes. It's Hardpoint, SND and Control. So it's a best of 5 basically. So if you want to be a team that doesn't drop a match, you have to cover everything. And so it's very difficult for me to pick and say, when a Ghana boys here, they are very good at this. So they are good at everything, from what I've heard and from what I'm seeing. But the mode I'll be looking to, 2 modes actually, I'll be looking to analyze and look at closely is Hardpoint and SND. In Call of Duty, you have a saying, if you don't win your SND, you don't win any championships. Because that's the second mode you play. So if you lose the Hardpoint and you lost the Hardpoint, if you win the SND, you are back on track. And the SND is also the last mode you play in the best of 5. So if you are able to win your SNDs and your Hardpoints, you are good to go.
For the people who are watching who don't know SND, please, what is SND?
So for
explain the mode to us.
Yeah. For the basic search and destroy, so basically there are 2 bomb sites on the map, and there's a defending team and there's an attacking team. So the attacking team has to plant the bomb at one of the bomb sites or kill the entirety of the defending team. However, the defending team has to either kill all the attacking team and defuse the bomb. That is if they defuse the bomb, or just prevents the attacking team from planting the bomb at all. So it's a very technical game. As my brother Caleb said, you have TV. You have to monitor the road review. You have to look at the spawns. You have to look at the tactics, what executes or what strategies the other team likes to employ. Because sometimes they will say, we are going to this bomb sites, and they will fake you out. You go there, nobody's there. It will be an iffy. So you have to go to the other bomb site, and by the time you get there, you've already lost the round because of time, and they're already set up waiting for you just to run into their gunfights. So that's the mode in particular I'll be looking at, SND in particular, and probably Hardpoint as well.
Fantastic. And then we've got some very, very interesting, nice goodies coming in this show as well. This is an esports show, so we've got all the things that happen in the esports world going on here. So users can benefit from a 20% discount on all their Call of Duty mobile CP purchase on the Carry1st shop when applying one of these promo codes. So when you apply one of these promo codes, you're going to get a 20% discount. Charlie won't pay enough a day. It's happening in the esports world, isn't it? So the first code is GHOne, capital GH and then 1, ONE, okay, and then Star FM, STARR FM. So GH1 or Star FM, get in there, use your Carry1st codes and get these promo codes locked in. Now there are terms and conditions, obviously. So the offer is definitely valid from the 20th of November to Sunday, okay, and that is going to also include the Carry1st shop in Ghana. So if you go to Carry1st shop Ghana, you can have all of that applied. To use the code, you need to go to the Carry1st shop and then key in your player ID and then select the amount of CP you want to purchase, and then bada bing bada boom, you've got some 20% discount there. Charlie, isn't it looking good in the esports world?
Okay, very good, very good. And then to top it up, we have Samsung that is sponsoring our 233. Then we have one of the biggest brain, Herbert. Herbert has been working hands-on since day one. It's Ace Gamers, Play Province, Team Aura. Then Samsung partnership coming on board has been one of the biggest news on the continent.
Breaking the boundaries.
Iceland, this is one of the biggest. You can see the shirt over here.
Over big here. Up to Samsung,
and they were able to give the players their S24 Ultra for them to play on. And that phone is sleek. It's a gaming phone. It has the 120 FPS on it. makes gaming very, very smooth. I mean, enemies are coming, you're seeing them in slow motion.
Wow.
You're seeing them in slow motion.
Slow motion, Charlie.
So it makes the gameplay very, very fantastic. And shout out to Samsung, shout out to Didi Jollof and Team Canvic. I mean, they've been supplying the team with jollof. I mean, they've been eating, they've been training, as Caleb said, they've been training. I mean, you need to eat, you need to drink, all those kind of things. And Herbert has been able to mobilize most of the media support and the help. Ace Gamers, we are there for the technical support. The coaching staff, Chris, has been doing a massive job. Me as manager of that team, to have been, everything has been solidified for the team to perform at the highest peak because we believe and trust in them.
Wow, fantastic. So basically, if we were getting it right, the Samsung S24, right? So it's basically like going to a gunfight and people have pistols and you have a machine gun.
Oh yeah. So
they've given the players the best of the best for them to perform at their optimal best. Now tell us, does it really make a difference when you have better phones or better optimized phones? Does it really make a difference? Or do you want
there's a massive difference in the gaming phones and the mobile phones. I mean, as I mentioned, we have the 120 FPS. Some phones are capped to 90 FPS. Some are capped to 30 FPS. Some they are low. We just leave it where they are. So mostly the gamers prefer to use the high end, the one that can give you the ultra gameplay type for you to feel the screen very well. I mean, the refresh rate makes your gameplay very smooth. It makes you enjoy the game whilst playing it, because when you're on 30 FPS and you meet someone on 120 FPS, the 30 FPS, you feel you are doing some giddy on the screen, but that person is just chilled and he's just playing his game. That's your comfort. So as a team, we invest a lot into devices, and the players themselves to have invested massively into devices because they had to procure those devices first to become better. And then we saw them, we said, oh, you are very good, let's recruit you into the team. Then we also move it up from there. So Samsung coming on board to support the team, partner with them, has been one of the biggest news trending in Africa and in Ghana.
Wow, fantastic. So definitely, if you want to get into the world of Call of Duty Mobile and you want to get the best of phones, you know what to do. Get some Samsung X24 and get into the game. Now, from the pro gamer, right now, your parties are in Kenya. Right, you understand them, you've been with them, you have played with them. What should the fans in Ghana, because right now Ghanaians, Charlie, if you are not performing well, they can get really, really toxic and stuff like that, But as a pro gamer, what kind of expectation should be coming in from our players, and also what kind of expectation do you also want to get from the fans? So let's take it from both perspectives as a pro player.
Oh well, I know the boys are going to deliver because I've played with each and every one of them. I was on the same team with Ruin. We came up together. It was Hassel. I was on the team with first. We're in the same team at Ace Gamers. And Hassel was the one who actually groomed me.
Okay.
Like guiding me, do this, do this setting, do this, you become better. So it was actually guiding me. And shout out to Hendrix, who also trained me when I was young. He actually trained me. So I know all the guys there: Ruin, Sunflower, Babushka, Hassel, and who's the last? Game. All of them are good. So I want everybody to just rest assured that the trophy is coming home. Rest assured that the
so we are expecting that $15,000.
We are expecting it.
Is it all, or is there a prize pool, or how is the allocation? Does anybody know the allocation of the prize? Is it all going to one team, or there are definitely going to be some allocations?
The allocations for this tournament. I mean, definitely you can't just go and give all the 15,000 to one team to just carry away. So I think we'll be having that on the screen when time goes out. The breakdown of the prize pool.
Wow, fantastic! I cannot wait, Charlie. So, analysts, your match prediction. What do you think? Aura 233 and Syria 7. The Ghana versus Nigerian matchup. What do you think?
Me personally, I don't like Nigerian jollof. So I think our boys in Ghana will do it, and they can do it. Yeah. I've watched some of them play with Gengbe. That guy is very, very, very good, very promising talent. So my expectations are very high. So I'm expecting like very, very high level plays from him in particular. And Sierra 7, the Nigerian people, I heard they are good as well. but not as good as us.
Oh, they are not as good as
they are not as good as us. And so the Nigerian Jollof won't come to me. So we are expecting very, very high things. The fans are expecting very high things as well. I'm expecting very high things. Their teammates as well. So they have to trust themselves, play good Call of Duty, play with their teammates, not rush. And hopefully we defeat the Nigerian Jollof once and for all.
We definitely have to defeat that Nigerian Jollof. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're still watching us right now, EIB live coverage of the Carry1st Call of Duty mobile tournament happening in Kenya. We're going to be bringing you the live coverage right here, so do not go anywhere. We're going to be streaming on all the social media platforms of GHOne, so you cannot miss it at all. Get some cool, get some popcorn, sit down and relax, because today is the day for esports. Hopefully Team Aura can come up with the goods when they face Syria 7, Charlie. But you know, this Nigerian guys and Ghana guys, I mean, now that we seem to have an upper hand in terms of strategy and in terms of everything, sometimes do you believe that players have to also calm down? And then how do you measure your temperament level in these kind of situations? Because I do believe that sometimes you might easily get carried away, and you know, an underdog can easily, you know, scrape in. So how do you measure your temperament and deal with, you know, being the boss and then having somebody as the underdog in these kinds of typical scenarios?
I mean, it's just the same thing as the traditional games that we've been playing. We just apply that in the gaming world as well, because you need to have a lot of composure and steeze when playing the game, because your opponent might, they can kill you, some kind of killing, and you will just be confused. So you need composure. That's why we have an IGL, that's the in-game leader. So he tells the team what to do. He tells you that, calm down guys, push to this side, don't worry, we'll win the next round, just be calm. So he's basically the backbone and the solid rock of the team. Without an IGL, I mean, as you said, everyone would just be running like a headless chicken. And you know how headless chicken will be going. So we put in strategies. The coach puts in the strategies, talks to the team, gives the IGL a personal training, whereby the IGL uses that with the team. Because it's the IGL that implements what the coach has taught the entire team. So if the IGL says, we are going A side, it means everyone needs to go A side. If you are going B, go B. If you don't listen to your IGL, then I mean, what are you doing at that level of the gameplay? So everyone is disciplined, everyone has composure. I mean, as human as we are, there are certain things that might offend you. Probably a teammate not listening to the other when he was calling out for help. But then it is the duty of the IGL to calm everyone down. And that has been perfectly done in almost every team that participates in this tournament. But as a LAN tournament, like playing in physical, you surely hear your opponent roar or shout out to you. I mean, when they give, mostly in the S&D gameplay, when they win rounds, to put fear into you, you need to shout, you need to make some noise so that your opponent will just be, they'll be shaking. That kind of vibe. And these are things that we coach them with, so that when they are there, the confidence level is top notch.
Top notch. I mean, from a pro player's perspective, is there a big difference between playing online and going in a LAN tournament? Because, you know, we will say, oh, technology is high now, we have internet, why did they have to travel all the way to Kenya? They can play online here. What makes the whole experience different, and if not better, to play in a LAN event?
Well, basically what makes it better is, you see, when you're playing on the LAN event, the network is better because it's like a local area network. You don't have, there's no latency delay. So when you shoot, it's touching them. There's nothing like, oh, my bullets are not registering. Oh, my network was lagging. My router went off. There's nothing like that there. We are seeing you performing live. Hey, that's one big difference. And online, you know, there's some people cheat, some people hack online. So mostly when they want to test your real skill, we bring you to the field to actually show that, okay, you are clean, you are playing a good game. That's basically what happens online. And I can say one also major thing that happens is that when people are in their comfort of their homes, like some play on their beds or their decks, they are comfortable, so they have like maximum confidence. But some, when they come to LAN, it's like they're kind of scared, because as he said, they'll shout, like you lose a gunfight, everybody there will shout at you that, like, I want, like, they will try to intimidate you. So when players are not confident enough, when they go for LAN, some people are backed by like crowd. There's one player in the Chinese region, Ulin. They call him LAN God. Offline, he doesn't really. He's good, but when he gets to the LAN, he's like explosive. So and I know Ruin is like that because he's just been waiting. He's just been waiting, and he will show.
Hey, you show. Wow.
You show what.
So, Mateo, our analyst, what would you call success for Team Aura in this particular tournament? What is success?
Like I said, my expectations are high, so we won the trophy. We won the trophy. I don't lie to you at all. We won the trophy, and the Nigerian people, if we don't win, if we do not win that matchup, or 2-3, because you know our Nigerian fans, they hold the grudge, they hold it over their head. So we need them to be the best they can be, and I know they can be the best. Right, so it's not even a matter of like, am I scared, am I shaking? No, I'm not. I'm confident in my team. I'm confident in my country. Because if you don't win, see Kudus. The girls used to post Kudus. See Kudus everywhere. Right now, there's no Kudus. After the AFCON qualifier, there's no Kudus anymore. So we want to represent. We want to be like the fans want to represent you guys. The fans want to love you guys, right? And I'm sure they love you guys. So give them something to love about you. Put the Nigerians in their place and bring the trophy home.
Wow, so basically success right now is beating the Nigerian team.
Yeah.
One of the key.
But their maps and then that they've picked are out. I think the HP.
Roll us through the maps.
Okay, so with Hardpoint, we are going to play Apocalypse, which is one of Aura's favorite maps. Then we have S&D, which is the Search and Destroy. They are going to play the Korohana Metropolis, which is a new map that was introduced to the game recently. Then we have Control being Raid. I mean, these are maps that each team representing over there knows at the back of their hand. So this is going to be strategy, gameplay, gunfight, and using your 100% IQ on all of these maps, because these are well-known maps in the game.
Well-known maps in the game. I mean, I wanted to talk about a previous conception that's been going on. You know, just like what Kelly was saying, he was talking about the fact that, you know, you need to think high IQ. Is there a direct relationship between smart people and video gaming? Because there's a misconception that, you know, Kubolo boys are the people that play games, or, you know, when you are playing your game, say Wabon or that kind of thing. What is the tangent between high IQ and video gaming from a pro gamer's perspective?
Well, I would say I find most people who are actually nerds, like super smart people, when they close from like me, when I was in level 100, I closed from lectures.
So now that you're smart, eh?
You need to be smart. You need to be smart to play. Yeah, you need to be smart
because you cannot be dumb. Because sometimes you are playing the game, there's no UAV up in the sky. You need to be able to predict spawns that, okay, I killed this guy here, so that means you spawn here. If someone is not smart, the person cannot do that. You have to have a high IQ, because to make some play, like to be a playmaker in the team, you need to be able to read your enemy, and like, apart from the fact that you've gone through strategies, we have players who actually implement their own strategies in game. So aside the coaches doing, he can read the game and say, okay, we said they are going A, but they changed, they didn't go A, they are in spawn. So what do we do? So that's where the IGL comes in, because you have to have a high IQ to be able to actually game well.
Indeed. And you know, we have a lot of young guys, you know, and kids, and trying to watch us right now on live television. So I want us to, you know, discuss some of the terms that we're talking about. For instance, a LAN. What is a LAN event, and then what is ping, and how does it really affect, you know, the gameplay?
Okay, so for LAN events, when we say LAN, like my brother said, our pro player for GPA, it's local area network. So it's not like online where I'm in my living room, you're all the way in Tamale, right? And we are LAN. If I'm sitting here, your competitor is sitting right beside you. So there's no delay when you connect on the internet. Always when you're trying to, even if you are searching up the stream, there's some delay once you're trying to search. For LAN, we call that ping. So ping, there's variations of ping. Sometimes you have 10 milliseconds, which is very good, 50 milliseconds, 100 milliseconds, and so on and so forth. Unfortunately, on our continent in Africa, most of the time we are playing with 100 and 150 milliseconds, which is very bad. It means you are reacting 150 milliseconds slower than what's like it's actually happening in the game, because that's the time it takes for the information to get from the server to you. So And gunfights in Call of Duty are very quick. Call of Duty is a very, 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 very fast-paced game. Like, a gun can kill you like 200 milliseconds. So if you are reacting 150 milliseconds, it means that Charlie 3/4 of the time, before you don't even know you are dead. All of a sudden you just walking, you see you are dead because of the high ping. So, but local area network is not like the ping is virtually 0. So that's where in online you can say, oh, my bullet, like you said, my bullets didn't register. I'm not like hitting this guy. I didn't even see this guy. How is he there? Local area network, nothing like that. That's how it is. So there's no delay. So if you are a very good shooter, if you are a very smart person, you know how to shoot, you know how to control the recoil, you know how to hit your shots. 10 times out of 10 times out of 10, you'll be victorious. So those are some of the terms in terms of like technology that you have to familiarize yourself with. Even if you are using your normal phone, sometimes when you test your internet, you see ping. Ping is basically the time it takes for your phone to contact the server. So that's basically the terminal, the technical, the online technicalities about.
Wow, that's quite interesting. So we're looking at the whole system, and then you also mentioned IGL. What's an IGO, and explain that for us.
The IGL is the in-game leader. So IGL, in-game leader.
In-game leader, yeah, IGL.
In-game
so
leader.
He is the captain.
He's the captain.
Only the Budo man.
So he's the captain. And literally, as I said earlier, the captain is the one that implements the game plan of the coach. So when you lose, it means you, the IGL, you have failed, and the coach has failed. It's just like football. When someone was asking our coach, are you a better scout or are you a better coach? So, the coach can give you all the tactics, but you, the captain on the field of play, you need to speak to the players, you need to control them on the pitch as well, whilst the coach is giving technical backups after the game is being played and all that kind of things. But then we are encouraging that parents should include their kids in this esports world that we are in, because there are diverse career path in it. As we are talking right now, I'm not playing the game, but I'm here at GHOne speaking as a panelist. There are people who play the game, there are graphic designers, there are communication experts, there are lawyers in gaming. You need to understand the game you are playing to be a lawyer for that company. As Ace Gamers Play Province, we have technical directors, we have PRs, we have lawyers so it's a whole bigger thing that is going on right now. Very soon, traditional sports will be out of the system, and we'll have to sit at the comfort of our homes to play the game. Gone were the days that kids will go out and play, and then parents will be dragging them in. Now kids are indoor playing the game. Parents want to sack them to go and play outside. But when they were going outside, they were saying kubolo. I'm a true example of that. For me to go to a game center is a death wish. So I'll never be there because my parents will kill me. But then the Kubolos and the rest, because they hustle to play at Kubolos today, they have been able to be signed on contract by esports teams. I mean, Kasa was one of my players back then.
Wow.
I signed him as a contract player. He was playing on his gaming device. He was being paid and all those kind of things. There are benefits in it. So you need to work under esports teams. And then we have an association called the Esports Association Ghana, which is really, really working very hard to put everybody out there. And they are part of the, over here, you can see their logos are here. So everyone is pushing this agenda forward for the game to be a greater one, and for parents. I mean, at the airport, when we send the players to the airport to travel, there were parents there. They were like, hey, I want to see where he's going to, until they got to the Terminal 3. And they were like, wow, this is real. And the parents were happy that my son is traveling. Gaming is sending them out of their country. And that is what we want more parents to see, and then enjoy the gameplay.
Absolutely. So basically, there's a career path. This thing is real. This thing is here to stay. Esports is the next big thing. So if your child is interested in it, please get him involved with one of the registered teams in Ghana. It is always good to be part of a registered team so that they will have the right, upbringing and the right procedures to go through to become pro level players. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me just remind you again, this is the EIB's live coverage of the Carry1st African Cup in Call of Duty Mobile. 6 nations, but I've been told that now it's 5 nations representing the continent, and Ghana's team Aura 233 representing Ghana live in Kenya. We're going to be live on Facebook at GHOne TV, Kasapa FM, and Star FM, and on Twitter at GHOne TV. So if you want to send us your X's, is that also X's? Now it's X's. You want to send us your X's, do that at GHOne TV, and also on YouTube, GHOne TV. You can go in there, check the whole live stream. It's going to be there today. Today is an esports day, and I am absolutely happy that we have got a network ready to propel esports in the world at large. Ladies and gentlemen, very soon we're going to get into the games. How excited are you? Charlie, I am so excited. I cannot wait to see Aura 233 and Series 7 coming up live here on the EIB live coverage. Charlie, I am so expected because you guys have given us, a lot of different views on the style and the plays, and Matthew is saying that success means that we have to take down this Nigerian team. Do we know the Nigerians? I want to find out, because sometimes it's good to know your opponent, before you get into it. Has there been some form of a study? Do you guys do all of those things like professional teams, not go and hide and spy them, but based on scrims and stuff like that? Do you guys have a pre-knowledge of these teams, and how do you prepare to meet them like that?
Yeah, definitely. These are teams that we've been playing back to back in normal tournaments that have been going on online. They have played, they've won land tournaments before in Nigeria. Now we are talking about Africa, so they are champions in Nigeria. Okay. But we are going to show them that we are champions of Africa. We are going to show them.
That's what we like.
With screaming and all those kind of things, we've played together before. We know how they play. Even if you don't want to play us prior to the event that we are going to play, we monitor their gameplays. If Ghana is going to play something, you need to watch your opponents, how they play. You need to study their movement. As we are doing that, they are also doing the same thing. That's why I said that it is about strategy. It's about, and then you, the individual player on the field, your IQ. It's very, very necessary to win your gunfight, and then going straight. We need to win this. And as you said, Nigeria, for me, is the jollof beef that I'm dragging into this. So when we are done, as you said, the excess will just be flowing.
Interesting indeed. And for all of us that are watching, so we've got 20% discount on all the Call of Duty Mobile. Right, if you are in Ghana right now, go into your Call of Duty Mobile game, Charlie. You pick your phone right now, go in there, and then use these promo codes. You're going to get 20% discount on CP points, Charlie. It's not easy. It's not easy. So take this advantage. This is what esports is doing for us right now. So if you get in there, the promo code is GHOne or Star FM. Okay, so GHOne or Star FM. Obviously, there are terms and conditions valid till Sunday. Okay, till Sunday, and then this is included in the Carry1st shop in Ghana. Users must have a Carry1st account with their email verified and sign in to redeem the promo code. Different promo codes cannot be accumulated, so you cannot use different promo codes. Say, Charlie, let me go forward. Hey, in esports there's integrity, isn't it?
Yeah,
there's integrity. Tell us about esports, and basically in a competitive level, how then do you cement yourself as an esports team? What makes an esports team to become an esports team that we want people to come and join? And we're talking about kids joining the esports team and all of that. What makes the esports team? What kind of structure is there for esports teams that people should join?
When it comes to esports team, one thing is that we have a good and well planned and structured management, which is registered under the Esports Association Ghana. When you want to join any team, just ask them which association are they under, which body is controlling the activities that they are doing. And then, as I mentioned, Play Province, Ace Gamers, Canvic, there are a lot of teams out there, like esports teams out there in Ghana and the world at large. For you to join, you just have to check out their social media platforms. Contacts are there, watch their portfolios and what games and activities that they are into. Primarily, Ace Gamers is more into Call of Duty Mobile and then Mortal Kombat. So when you want to play any of those games, you come to us. And then Mobile League of Legends too, we are there. PUBG, you are trying to enter there. If you want to enter PUBG, then we have Astra. They are very good at that point, so you need to register with them. If you want to play the EAFC, that's the FIFA, then you go to Play Province, you go to Canvic, you go to All Games. If you want Mortal Kombat, we have teams that are dominating. The GL teams are there. Play Province has Mortal Kombat players and the rest. So every game genre, and then the esports teams that you can belong to. I have a FIFA team, but then they are not as strong as Play Province, because Play Province put its focus and resources much into that field. Canvic is also there. They put in much resources into Fortnite. They have CSGO as well. Then they have the FIFA players. So if you want to join any of the esports team, first of all, do the background checks. Go to the pages. You can go to the esportsghana.com. That's for the association. You can check all the registered teams over there. Then you contact each and every one that you want to go. You can just drop a comment at the link over there. We'll just tap into it and just talk to you. Even at the point that we play casual games, Candy Crush, Frozen, Letty Art, which is a game development studio in Ghana, one of the biggest in Africa. They have their games. They have Swift, they have African's Legend, they have Puzzle Scout. These are play-to-learn games and play-to-earn games that we put out there. Web3 games are there. So it's a variety of games. We have people playing Minecraft, Roadblocks.
Wow.
I mean, these are educational games. So it's not just about the fun, but then we enter into the educational sector. That's the EdTech, educational technology, STEM education. We make sure that students, we do activations at the universities, the primary levels, the kids, corporate levels. We let them have fun with what we are doing. They learn from the gameplays. They learn, schools will be like, we don't want our kids to be playing these shooting games. Don't worry, we have games there that the kids can learn. So it's called play to learn and play to earn. Whilst you are playing the game, you are learning. There are various games out there that we train. We actually train. Esports Academy is also there, which is being headed by Maximus. Fantastic. Play Province has an academy. If you want to join, you can join. Ace Gamers has a whole training. I mean, the esports teams are just moving up the ladder. First, it was something that was done by the foreigners. I mean, the British, the US people. But now we've incorporated all those things in Africa and in Ghana. And we are one of the best on the continent when it comes to esports and the travel, sending players out there, the tournaments, the wins. I mean, top notch. Everything is so cute.
That's fantastic. I mean, sometimes we want to try and create a balance for our audience. So, talking to the pro players, how do you try to get a balance between you studying, having a career in maybe some form of engineering, medicine, or whatever, and then balancing that with esports? How do you create that balance? Do you go in full throttle into esports without any backup, because people like things to be safe? If you want that backup system, how do you balance it? Or if you want to go straight into esports, to what kind of scenario do you want to find yourself in as a pro player?
Yeah, as you said, there are two things. Some pro players, I know of pro players that's in US. It's called Solo. He played for Tribe Gaming. He said at a point he saw the vision. He saw that he's good. He can go to the World Finals. So he dropped out of university. But in Ghana here,
don't try to.
You're trying to kill you. They'll kill you. So in Ghana here it's different. So most people who actually play the game, like Gingbela, he recently graduated from EPSC. So you can imagine balancing studies and school. I'm in Legon, my third year. I'm also balancing studies and gaming. I was playing professionally from first year to second year, but third year, final year, so I'm on hold. But hopefully, with time, I'll come back. But the key thing is your time management, because you are not playing the game all day. That's what parents don't understand. When immediately you hold your phone, you have been playing for 10 hours. You have been playing for 10 hours, but screen time is from like 7 to 10. So actually training for and playing every day takes like 4 hours. So as a serious student or as someone who what you're doing, you can structure a time, have a timetable. Oh, from this time to this time, I wake up this time, I go for lectures, I come back. Okay, I have 5 hours to study. That means from 7 to 10, I can train, I can stream. After that, I sleep, wake up. So it's a whole routine. Because Wolves Esports, they literally have a gaming house where they house the players. The players are there. They eat, they sleep, they do everything. They're on strict routine. So it's possible. It's actually possible. If you want to balance gaming and your academic work, it's possible. It's highly possible.
I also wanted to ask something quite interesting, because I know we're doing esports, and we have players going to play for Ghana and all of that. But what about Yanoma Yenimbono? We are not esports players, but we love the game. Where do we find ourselves? So what can we do to also be in the space?
With the word Yanom, if you want to be part of an esports team, it's simple. As we have the pro players out there, then we have those that are having the interest to learn. That is what I said. We have the academies out there, and the esports teams are training people. So you can just join them, just register, join them. Any procedures that you need to take, you go through that. Then they have you as a member. So you will know you are a member. You are looking up to the pro players. You learn from them. Then also, as Kasa said, about time management and the rest. We as an esports team, we make sure that you manage your time very well. If, assuming he's supposed to write exams, he's in his exam week or revision week, and I should see my player online playing, bro, I'm going to question you. Why are you online playing this game by this time? You need to be learning. That is the difference between esports teams and probably Yanom esports. Let me just put it that way. So with the esports teams, that's why we have good structured management. We have people that are keeping tabs on the players. So you being a member, you want to be affiliated with the teams to support them. We have merchandises that we put out there. You see Kasa in Ace Gamers. You see Play Province over here with their logo on this as partners and the rest. These are some of the things that people see and they want to join. It's just like you being in Ghana and then you see Manchester United playing, you see Man City, and you have the passion to be called a fan. You just procure their merchandises where people get to know that you are part of this team, and we have a whole lot of community, like the clans that we've created with massive followers on online presence. So whenever there's a gameplay, all these people are there watching. Right now, as we are talking, fans are watching, members are watching, people are clicking on likes, people are just double tapping on their screen just for you to know that I was there, I was really watching what you are doing. So that when they get there, they'll be like, when I was there, I was part of Ace Gamers, and people actually add it to their portfolio. I have someone DM me, will be like, Charlie boss, I want to join your team. Oh. I don't know you. So what do you have? Oh, I played for Play Province, I played for this team, I played under this person, I played under this person. I think I can. Oh, really? You played with Play Province, and you're, oh, then come. No, it makes it easy for you to join the esports teams and the rest. Canvic has players, and we have transfer seasons. Just like the traditional football.
Just like the traditional, there are also
transfer seasons that you sign players, and these are players that are being paid. We sign you on a fee, and then we keep you for a period. If you want to go, you go. If you want to renew your contract, we just go through that process again. So you don't just come and say, I've seen this player over here, and they tell you that player belongs to Ace Gamers. Then you'll be like, I don't give a hell. Let me just pick that player. If you pick that player, lawsuit. There are instances whereby we bring lawyers on board. And these are not lawyers that are trained from the bar. These are lawyers that are gamers. We let them represent the team and be like, go and fight this case for us. Tell them per their contract, this is what them. And these are learned people. You go to school, you've learned something, you understand the contract that have been given to you. We put it out there. If you are trying to be difficult, we bring you the real lawyer. Then we let you know that as an esports team, we are having all these things in place. Moreover, the person that we are grooming as a lawyer in the team literally gets a game sense of how the game is being played, and the rest, they go into casting, into talent management, and the rest. At the long run, you see them in schools, and they say, oh, I'm learning law. Kasa over here is a very brilliant student. He's into IT, does statistics, and all those kind of things. I'm like, bro, do you have time to play the games? Like, I can manage my time. And nonetheless, we do time management training for them. We bring people, we outsource people to come and talk to them. Fit Gamer has been one of those people from US. I mean, training, coaching them with their health, exercising. Some people, they sit behind the game, and that is it.
That's also not good.
So we let them go out there. Some people don't want to come out for people to see them. So we let them come out. Go here, we'll give you money. Go there, go and have fun some more, and come back. So as an esports team, we are doing a whole lot of work.
Fantastic. I mean, I also want to ask you, Matteo, for people who are not entirely esports players, who are also not competitive enough, is there another niche, like maybe content creation, that they can just play the game for fun and create content and also have their own niche in that particular manner?
Oh yeah, certainly. Me myself, I was a former pro player, but I didn't play COD Mobile. I played the standard Call of Duty. But since I massa, unfortunately. So there are some people that they are former in Warzone, where it was. There are some former pros who feel like, okay, I can't compete at the CD or caliber anymore. I can't compete at the top tier, the T1 caliber anymore. So they go into content creation. Some of them are coaches, some of them are analysts. Like they know, some people know how
like
to,
you, eh?
You understand? Some of them know how to break down the game. Like they know how to bring the game to a layman. You get it? There's a lot of things. There are a lot of terms like we are saying AIGO, support, smoke, execute. But there are some people that can say, okay, the smoke is how you place a coverage here for the team to. But they know how to break it down. There are casters as well, or people who give commentary like you yourself. You understand? There are some people who also, like you said, talent management. They know how to talk to the players, and there are some people as well who are conflict management people. They know, because if you are playing competitively, if you have that passion, sometimes you want to tell it, I want to play this way, and I want to play this way. I want to confusion, chaos. And there are those people who come in and say, okay, this is what you want to do. Party A wants to do this, party B wants to do, and they know how to merge both of their interests and say, okay, so both of you obviously want to improve the team. So let's somehow, some way find a compromise, right? So they bring the calm in the esports team. You just can't have the players. Yeah. You can have all the talents in the world. Let's be honest, you can have all the talent in the world. The same thing United are doing. They sign all the talent. But there's sorry.
Hey, short fire.
But you can have all the you can sign all the big name players. You can do all these things. But if you don't have that, let me even use the word aura. Well, that's calm.
The aura.
You don't have that calm to relax the players and let them play the best they, or let them be the best they can. Because it's not always the battle's not always won on the pitch, right? You need the board, you need a pen, you need to sit down, you need all these things to be competitive on the pitch. So there's a lot of things that go outside the pitch which people can join in to make esports bigger and better.
So basically all we're trying to say is, ladies and gentlemen, esports is a whole corporation together. It's a structured society. It's a society with ethics, integrity. It is a society that's also progressive right now. So if your kid is interested in esports, do not shy away from helping that kid, because you never know, because people have made millions from playing esports. Right now our team is going to be playing in Kenya, and more than $15,000 prize pool. I mean, last couple of months in Morocco there was over $100,000. So a lot of people are making good money. You know, some of the monies that people have made in esports, if they add your salary requirement, 10 years old. But with one game, one tournament, one break, that person can make millions of dollars, and that can absolutely change their whole life. What are some of the craziest amounts you've had in esports wins? Okay, let's start from you.
You know, when it comes to Call of Duty Mobile, when it comes to the mobile gaming titles, we have what we call World Champs. And World Champs, they slap like millions.
Oh, yeah.
Millions. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, they just slap it on it.
Millions and other dollars.
Okay.
Dollars.
So, dollars.
Yes.
And you know, funny enough, when the recent esports World Cup,
yeah.
$60 million.
60, can it be
$60 million. World Cup, World Cup was around 10 million or so.
Yeah.
And esports in Saudi, the World Cup, it was 60 million. That should tell you where we are going. And you know, next year we are not going for 60 million again. They'll double it. It will go higher. So just imagine the amount of money, resources, investment that have been put into that. Because of that, Samsung knows and prioritized that, and they were like, nah, this opportunity for Ghana is going, let's just tap in. So quickly, all right, come, and then Play Province went there and they signed the agreement with them, and here we are. They have given their devices brand visibility. companies want to come on board and do that. So this is just an avenue. If you're a brand out there, you want to support an esports team, there are numerous esports teams out there, you just come on board, negotiate with them the terms and conditions, then we'll put your name on, we'll put you on. That's the whole vibe about it. Recently, the Mobile League of Legends, the winners, the sponsors, Mercedes-Benz. Just imagine a car brand sponsoring a mobile gaming something. So the money is there, the investment is there, people are putting in money, and you need only one break.
Just one break.
Just one break, and you are done. Right now, these Alright boys, when they go and they win, and I know they are winning, when they come back, people in their community are going to look up to them. They become celebs. You will be called for an interview. You go here, you need to talk. People want to listen to your point of view when it comes to their gameplay. And that is what we want to capitalize on, put each and every player out there and make them big.
You know what? I always have this argument with people, and I tend to say that, in terms of the trends in technology, right, in computing, in machine learning, and even in mobile, mobile computing, I definitely believe, and I want to hear your view from the pro player's perspective, I believe that gaming is the one that is setting the pace right now. Because if you go and get an Alienware, or if you go and get a very, very high-end gaming machine, it can do all the things you want to do. Microsoft Word, code, do everything, right? But if you go and get like a normal PC, you cannot game. So if you get a gaming PC, you can game and do every other thing. So in terms of setting the pace, it looks like the more games you play, the better your devices become. Because if your devices are not sharp, like Samsung device right now, being the best device you can possibly get in playing Call of Duty, that means that the next Call of Duty update, when Samsung updates their computing peripherals, they need to match it with the games that are being updated. And so that tends to say, or that presupposes to say that, and I want to know your view, that in terms of marketing these products, who would you rather believe? The person who doesn't even use the phone or knows half of the phone, or the esports players that use the phone, brief the phone, expose the phone to all kinds of different, computational scenarios? In that particular perspective, what do you think is that the way to go in terms of marketing for brands?
Yeah, absolutely, because the esports players use them daily. Put it under immense pressure, because you cannot have someone who uses the phone for WhatsApp advertise, oh, this phone is good, it can take enough stress, it can handle stress. You need people who actually push the phone to its limit, because you can be playing the phone, you can be playing game on the phone will be very hot. You can even cook with it. Yeah. So we need to actually invest in these esports teams, like give them devices so that they can be able to push the brand out. Because there was a tournament in Nigeria, I think ITEL sponsored, because our people said that if Kim Place is using ITEL, then let me get ITEL, because what he's doing, maybe I can do some. So right now the Aura team, watch, people say, I want to get a Samsung device. Because if RHOne is sniping on Samsung, I also want to be part. I also want to get a Samsung. So I think it's very good for the marketing industry, and I think it's very
Don't mind, he's actually asking for us to give him he's asking for a Samsung device.
But what about the PC guys? What about the PC guys? What is your take on it? The PC guys?
Yeah.
Because not everybody plays on mobile, not everybody plays.
Einstein. Right. Let the mobile gamers enjoy their games. We want to bring this thing to it because he's on PC. I mean, PC gamers are there. Myself, I have a gaming PC that I use. I play Valorant and the rest on. I'm like, bro, you need high-end devices, machines to play. So, what device do you use? What gen are you using on your mobile device and on your PC as well? Because you need to be able to carry the muscle memory of the gameplay, the graphics, and the way. Samsung have given us a gaming phone. Their game is for lifestyle. You can use it for gaming. You can use it for chatting. If you go for a GHOne phone, if I'm holding Samsung, I'm going to clap you. When we are playing the game, I'll clap you. That's what is going to happen. So once you put the brand out there and the gamers have a feel of it, they'll be like, yeah, this is what I love. If you buy a PC and your PC is very good, I mean, the speed is fantastic, you are shooting and your reg is just going, everything is going, you will surely recommend it to someone. When you are playing, someone will ask you, actually the PC you are playing on, what specs are you using? There are times I don't even know the spec I'm using again, because day in day out I'm trying to upgrade the device, because someone is there and be like, oh, what do they use? I'll mention I'm using this, that. I don't know again, because I'll go and update it again, and people want to know that. So as a pro player again, you need to keep records of the devices you are handling to make comparison. Someone will be like, so what makes the S24 Ultra better than the S21? Comparison. So you have to tell them, oh, on S21 it is having this refresh rate, but on the S24 Ultra this is what you enjoy. Then they'll be like, okay, I wanted to go and buy the S21, but then let me go for the S24 Ultra rather. Oh, okay, then let me wait for the S25, because once the S25 is out, they are going to buff it up, and gamers will rush for it. Someone will be, oh, Aura were able to win the tournament. They were using Samsung products. I mean, that was S24 Ultra. Imagine what the S25 will do.
Right.
Basically, that is what the whole gaming space scene is all about. That doesn't mean you just need mobile devices to win the game. Thumb sleeves are there, internet service providers are there, media and then streaming. If GHOne says, and be like, GHOne says you want to sponsor their people every time when we are screaming, let's broadcast it at night. Motherland Gaming is on YouTube. Oh, let's put it on. These are just avenues in esports that puts people on, and we are happy about it. Career paths. We just grow. People will come and watch, and someone will start a YouTube channel because he watched you casting. He watched you. I mean, last 2 years you hosted Accra Esports Week. My team was playing. I'm like, I had to phone in. I called you. I want to hear my voice on there. Be like, oh, KLFC, manager of Ace Gamers. He interviewed. I was so happy. I mean, I recorded it down, played it for people. Be like, I was live on air. So right now, people are submitting their names to me for shout out. So don't worry. I'll give you guys a shout out. So don't worry.
So in terms of peripherals, brands have to look into the esports space.
Yeah,
because we are the true users of the devices. We take the devices to the next level. We can push the devices to their limits and certify some of the conditions that are prevalent in those devices. Is that also, that's what we agree on? Is that also?
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you, this is the EIB's live coverage of the Carry1st Call of Duty Mobile. Charlie, is the maiden event. Ghana's team Aura 233, they're going to be playing Series 7 very, very soon. So we cannot afford to miss this at all, any chance. We're going to be live on, let me give you the live socials right now. So we're going to be live on GHOne, on YouTube, as well as on Facebook as well, and then Kasapa FM and Star FM on Facebook. On Twitter, you can X us you can X us at GHOne TV, and tell us in your comments, tell us whatever you want to know, which team you supported. Obviously it's got to be Aura 233 because that's the Ghanaian team. We're supporting Ghana, right? This time around we're supporting Ghana, right? If the Black Stars didn't give us enjoyment, the esports world with Aura 233 is poised to give us some good entertainment. So definitely catch that up indeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have started this journey of esports, and as important as it is, please, we need your support, we need your care, we need parents to engage kids in esports and push esports, because here is a team now representing Ghana, feeling fly, feeling high. Have you talked to the boys? How are they feeling in Kenya?
Oh, they have, I mean, from the airport to Rwanda to Kenya, every day in, day out, midnight. I mean, Herbert and myself, coaching staff, we haven't been sleeping. Ahin as a manager, he's always on them. We are communicating. How is the network there? How is the gameplay? Are you guys sleeping? We had to literally sack them to go and sleep yesterday.
Wow, the gameplay.
They were so anxious to play the game today. So we're like, guys, just relax, have your sleep. So everything, so far so good. Things have been smooth out there for the players, despite certain difficulties that they are going through. But management is really working on grounds to make it work. And then, as someone just asked me, are there no female players and the rest?
Oh, that's interesting.
Monica is a gamer girl in Play Province. She's an 8 times champion under Play Province, and this girl has been doing very well. Now, when it comes to Call of Duty Mobile, we have female teams as well that are there. We have females that play with the gamers. Ace Gamers Esports has female, an all-female team roster out there. So if you're a female and you feel this is a male-dominated scene, please no. just come on board and we have you out there. We'll play. Some people are watching the live stream. Weirdo Summer is there. Hendrix is over there. They are making the noise on socials. Guys, I've given you the shout out, so don't worry. Really, I'm giving you the shout out.
The shout outs are very important. So basically, esports is a gender unbiased entity, and so the teams in Ghana are ready to receive females. If you're a female and you love gaming, you know, you want to better yourself, you want to be part of a structure, please do not hesitate to join the esports teams in Ghana. You can check that up on the Esports Association of Ghana's website. If you go in there, you can get all the teams and you can join. Now, I want to ask you, from a pro player's perspective, what are the things that you look out for in a pro team that you want to join? For instance, somebody wants to join. What are the elements of those teams that, you know, would push you to want to join them?
Well, for me, the main thing I look out for in a team is a team that's serious and a team that takes their screen time serious. Because I also have lectures to go to. So when it's time for scrim, you call scrim, then the players are not coming up. They are not showing up. It's really upsetting. So I look for a team that they take their time serious, they invest in the players, and the investment is key. Because you cannot go and join a team and you're not getting anything from them. So you look out for a team that, they can sponsor you, they can give you a device, they can actually push you forward. Because when I started at Ace Gamers, I was not creating content, and my manager told me that,
mention my name.
Calebson told me, you play the game very well, record, create content, go on TikTok, post, create YouTube, do things. So you need that in a team. And we had graphic designers, we had editors. So the players, because to edit your own clips is difficult.
It's very difficult.
So all that in a team makes it attractive, makes a player want to be, I want to be in this team. Because you know when you go there, you'll be able to stream. And streaming is a good thing, because I think Calebson was the one who set my TikTok account for me. Yeah. He actually edited my first videos on TikTok and all that, and I used to streaming with the Samsung monitor, 144 Hz. It's very smooth. So all that is very, very interesting to look out for in a pro team.
So all of these are some of the things that you look for in a pro team. And basically, you know, sometimes we've got different attributes of a pro team. Sometimes you might not even come in as probably the best player, but you might have other roles, you know, in the team. You can even be the person that is, you know, calling people up for scrims, or be the timekeeper. You know, so all of these different strategies and attributes of our esports team makes it a global sensation in that respect. So you as an analyst, what are the things that you tend to do for your team?
So if you're an analyst for a team, to be honest, you have to like to look at numbers. So you'll be looking at a lot of numbers. You'll be looking at the other. In fact, sometimes you change your name, but you go and hide in the opponent's stream so that you can watch that this thing, spy on some info, then you send it back to your team that, okay, these people, when they are practicing, this is how they like to play. So, for example, we go into, let me pick a simple one, the strategies. That's the very important one. So you have your own baseline strategies. So I mentioned search and destroy earlier. So let's say a baseline strategy for you is that you like to rush towards the A point. You like to rush towards the A bomb. So that's the baseline strategy for you. So you have to look out, okay, if my team likes to rush towards the A bomb, what's the opponent's defense to my rush? So then you have to look at, that's where you go and hide in their stream and say, okay, this guy would like to set up here. So, okay, guys, this guy likes to set up here and watch our approach. So what we do is that to block his line of sight, to prevent him from seeing us, we toss a smoke, or maybe we go and make some noise at B, then we quickly run away back to A, so that we just drive on our way to B and we'll be like, I want to be, I heard noise, nobody is, you know that thing. Yeah. Nobody is there, but not, they are now at A, and it's already too late. You've already won the round. They can't do anything about it. So there's a lot of number crunching sometimes you have to crunch timings. Let's say the timing that a certain team likes to rotate to a certain point. You have to see, okay, around 7 seconds, 33 milliseconds, they are there. So if you see the timer hits this clock, you should know that this guy is at his spot. There's no ifs and ends about it. He is there. So you have to know the numbers. And you also have to do, that's me, my personal favorite, you have to look at the guns. Talking about Call of Duty, not even Call of Duty alone, for like CS2. I don't want to make it only to Call of Duty, but like CS2 or CSGO, or you have to look at the guns. How is this recoil like? What's the damage it does? Because believe you me, Okoha and actually your device can be heavy, but if your gun is shooting peanuts there, Charlie, they be a cool. They be a cool. So you have to look at all these things. So it's a lot of learning. It's a lot of sitting down, number crunching, and you also, one important thing about analysts that you have to also break down the knowledge to the players. For example, analysts on our brain is big, see my head very big. You get it. There's a lot of like technical stuff going on in my head, so I have to learn how to break down the plan to someone who doesn't get the super technical stuff. So I have to say, okay, if I say we are going to execute that to at this on TRC, so Charlie, Bosu, when it's time, toss the smoke here and do this, so that at this point, and you say, oh, boss, this one they are the bar, but the technical why the Charlie boss means TRC. So that's also a very important skill or aspect of your play to have, to know how to break down the complex information you're going to do and go and spam. You have to know how to break it down to the players.
Indeed, and you know, on our screens, hopefully you get to see that we've seen the Accra Esports, we play Province, you know, and Tema Esports when they faced out in that Accra Esports. So right from this, you can pretty much tell in terms of the competitive nature of Play Province Team Aura in that particular respect. And who is the main guy? You know, we've got the in-game leader, but who is the guy we should be looking out for in Play in Team Aura 233? Who is that one person?
Ruin
Con
MYT. He's the best Ghanaian player.
Wow.
Best Ghanaian player.
Even that's a huge shout out.
Actually huge.
The best Ghanaian player of all the 10 million.
The aura they put for them.
Like you know, they've been putting in massive work. These are players that have been playing competitively at the T1 level. And you know, Rune is the IGL for Aura. So that should he's AR and marksman.
Everything.
And he's been very good. I mean, there are teams out there like SSS, Special Suicide Squad, that we've been playing against. They are very good. Senna is their manager. I mean, they've been very good. He's in the UK, but he's sponsoring a team in Africa. That should tell you that people are really coming into the esports scene in Africa, because we are trying to put things out there. And they've been doing very well. And this guy can go head to head with some of these players. Bro, when we are saying Rune is one of the best, let's just watch the game when it starts against Syria 7. I mean, he needs to smoke them. Proper smoking.
Hey, Charlie. I mean, I love the aura. And, you know, there was an interview with the Play Province Team Aura team when they got to Kenya, and they used one of our favorite Ghanaian words. They said, Takashi. What is all of that? Or is it part of the aura?
It's part of the aura. I mean, you need the Takashi movement in the game. You know, some gameplays are there. You see that this player, you need to die, but Takashi, you will still be alive. The movement alone makes it better.
Interesting indeed. And so the Takashi, we definitely want to see this happening in the Carry1st African Cup. We want to see especially the Takashi happening with against the Syria 70, because Charlie, the way people have come to make noise, Charlie, and my expectations first they were 0.5. Now they are going so high. I'm almost getting to 100%.
If you know win this Jollof match, this Jollof.
So it's no longer a Call of Duty, but it's a Jollof match.
No,
Ghana and Nigeria.
It's
Jollof has
to come. The Charlie has to come.
Football, basketball, even the basketball they played recently, the Jollof has to come.
Yeah.
Jollof is the key component.
The Jollof is the key component.
At least today, if we win, they can keep quiet for a while.
So there's definitely some banter, some great banter in there as well. And I also believe that there's also mutual respect. How do you balance the two instead of being a bit using the banter and then also trying to balance that with not being too toxic? How do you try to create a balance in that sense? Is it something that you want to be toxic, or do you want to just create banter so you have that individual respect for each other?
You know, sometimes it is good to be a bit toxic, but you need to know your boundaries. You need to know when to use it and when not to use it. That puts the team in a safety position. You know, if you're a very toxic player, what happens is that you are always careful yourself when you are playing the game. So normally, I love toxic players because they don't want to be the players to be dragged. Because once they are toxic, when they hold you right now, you are dead. They will drag you very well. So they are very good. But as an esports team, most of the esports teams make sure that they control the level at which your toxicity goes. because if you go too much, it affects the brand as well. So when it comes to Ace Gamers, Play Province, Canvic, SSS, when it comes to even Sierra 7, NXG, Sun Esport, when it comes to all those teams, everyone knows when to drag and they know when not to. Right now, the game having started, there are anticipation, people are pointing out names out there, but once the first game completes, that is when the bans comes in. You'll be like, you said you are going to win. What happened? You need to answer to that. Oh, we can give excuses. That is why the jollof is very important. Because when one team wins, this one say, my jollof is better. That is why we've won.
So the jollof battle awaits us with Ghana's team Aura 233 versus Syria 7. My name is Isaac Einstein, and this is the EIB live coverage of the Carry1st African Cup for Call of Duty Mobile. Right now, we're going to enjoy some great plays from Play Province, try to get an understanding of what they are and who they are before we get into the time when you're going to be playing in Kenya. So stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. Let's enjoy this clip of the Accra Esports Week with Play Province playing against Tema Esports.
Play Province are right. Trying to make sure that he possesses the hardpoint for as long as possible as these guys come in to overtake him.
It's too close. We've taken the lead. Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint contested.
Grenade!
We tied
Grenade
for the
thrown
lead.
in there.
Hardpoint
They
contested.
throws a
Hardpoint
beautiful grenade,
lost.
and that was a beautiful grenade there. 124 to 120. Ladies and gentlemen, let's check out the next rotation. The next rotation is back inside there, inside washing machine. Are they gonna make it? Play
Capture
Province
the
have
objective.
captured the hard point, but they've got to lock it down.
Watch
They've
out.
got to lock
Enemy
it down.
orbital laser
Enemies are pushing
deployed.
through, and right now it looks like these guys have lost a man. That could be potentially a game changer right there. Losing a man
Friendly
can be
airstrike
potentially a game changer there for Tema Esports.
Hardpoint
Oh
contested.
my
Friendly
dear
Predator
Lord.
missile
You
inbound.
deal with that shot there.
Hostiles have the hard.
Wow, man. Oh my days. The deal. Oh, the boys know. Try to go for the first kill, but unable to do that. And right now they are leading. But still, you've got to secure that place.
Close.
Ooh,
Fight
nice
harder.
shot there from Bellboard. It's 4v5. These guys have got to make a move now. The washing machine, you know where it's gonna go. So you have to react fast. You gotta react fast. You cannot allow these guys to rotate to garage as they already have. Dark Heart has already made a move to garage. Brilliant from Dark Heart here. Waiting for Zeus. Zeus is going to be able to take the Dark Heart. Zeus takes down Dark Heart. That could be a game changer. That could be a game changer right there. He makes his way in by Hustle. Comes in to take him out. Brilliant stuff there. The way they were able to come back in shape. Oh my gosh. Keto with that deadly scope there. That place is a god angle. That's a god angle, man. That is a really wicked spot he's got here. Oh my days, he's gonna take everybody out. This guy played the game, you know the game, wow. Because that spot there, he be killer spots. It's a killer spot. The hard point being contested there, so nobody gets the points really. But that is good for Play Province as it stands. But right now they just have to contest as much as possible and make a rotation to basketball as soon as possible. They have got to secure basketball. They have got to secure basketball. If not, they're going to be in serious trouble here.
We've taken the lead.
14 seconds to go. They've got to keep these guys here. Very good. Juice now making the rotation. Now they are playing really well. Juice has already made the rotation to basketball. They have got to rotate quickly. But that's what they're doing right now. But in rotation, you've got to lock the opening spots. You've got to lock them like Hustle. Where Hustle right now is Baba Yaga should never allow Hustle to get through. And he makes a really good sacrifice. Juice still staying on the hard point. You're maintaining your position on the hard point. The viewer and his comrades are coming through. It's a fast strike right on the hard point. Juice still on the hard point. Actually pushing through. This is going to be a game changer. They kept that Predator missile for all that time waiting for a cluster and they use it. Tema Esports are really exerting some serious level of dominance. This can be really disappointing from play province's position. It's a 4v4 right about now. It's a 4v4. Things have settled in, even with the man advantage. Tema Esports, we're absolutely taking them on. Look at the polls. The polls have changed. The polls are not giving us an accurate figure of exactly what's happening. But Tema Esports are dominating this thing. They are dominating with everything that they can do probably right about now. Optimized efficacy, efficiency, everything that you need from a very solid team. Tema Esports are producing the goods right about now.
Friendly target
Dark coming through here.
missile inbound. Nazis have the Hardpoint. We've taken the lead. Pick it up, team.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back indeed to EIB's live coverage of the Carry1st African Cup. Call of Duty Mobile. Our team, Aura 233, are getting ready to face Series 7 in the Nigerian team. I've got my fantastic panelists here with me. We are going to be dissecting the game. We're going to be given hopefully some form of a commentary so that people who are back home can understand what is going on in that particular scenario. So are we ready, guys, to get into the games?
They are locked in.
All right, so we're getting locked in into Carry1st first ever Call of Duty Mobile tournament with Team Aura and Series 7. Charlie is about to go down. Stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. Let's enjoy this show.
From P1 where you get a good amount of time and you get those spawns, then you can sort of snowball your way right through to the end and you're just smiling from ear to ear, and then you tend to see one team fighting for scraps while one team is just sitting pretty in the hill. And I think going with the two play styles of these two teams, looking at Aura, I had a chance to chat to them beforehand, and they spoke a lot about their pace, and their pace is a lot higher than all the other teams apparently. I mean, this is all hearsay. And the side of Series 7 where they are super tactical and super structured is sort of like the old stone and spear conundrum where a hard object hits a hard object and there's got to be collateral either way. So right now we get to see which way it goes.
And right now, control on Arsenal, that choice of map, explain.
Well, my favorite. I think if you're able to split your resources correctly, going on attack and defense. Obviously, in control, you tend to see defense being the favored side as you tend to get close to the points. But if you are a good attacking team, which I imagine both these teams are, and you can split your resources or potentially throw the playbook out the window and maybe send all the players to 1 point, get those ticks, extend the clock, and then you are already in the driver's seat going forwards.
All I know is we're expecting a proper brawl here, these two teams. And for those in chat, thank you for joining the stream for the Carry1st Africa Africa Cup final. We know you're eager to get this game started. You keep saying, Omo, this guy's no talk now. What in be this now? No, just we have to talk, my guys. The guys have to get ready in the lobbies. They have to get ready. What do you expect? We can't just start an event like this willy-nilly. It has to start on ceremony. This is holy ground, hallowed ground, man.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, we didn't come out here to play. We came out here to talk. So talk we shall.
And here we go. This is again Aura 233 versus CR7 to kick us off. Again, the mode, by the way, we did speak. This is best of threes. This group stages will be best of threes. Best of threes in these group stages. Also, first to two essentially. Then we get to the semi-finals, which will be best of fives. And then our final, our grand final for the grand Moolah will be best of seven.
Yes, so the typical mobile tournament layout, as you can see now, we are still in the group stages, but I have a couple of talking points here from both teams.
Yeah.
I asked them specifically I got to Aura first, obviously, and I asked them who are they looking out for, who they're going to try and shut down the first and the most when they go into this head-to-head, and unanimously, they all said Virus.
Yeah.
So they've all got their eyes on Virus, and I think their game plan is to play fast and kill Virus. On the other side, Sierra said they're not worried about anyone.
Yep.
So that confidence is crazy to me. I mean, you've got to go into it with a winning mentality. We always talk about how the mental game is pretty much 80% of the match before you even start. And right now, Sierra, these guys are cool, calm, and collected. A bunch of cucumbers on stage, if you ask me.
Yeah, from their tone, their demeanor, you could tell. They didn't want to say much. They didn't want to say much, nothing. This squad, you can see it on your screens right now. Virus, Tipsy, Life, Santi, and Sage, the gladiators towing the line for Sierra 7 today in this kickoff brawl. Let's just call it what it is, a brawl. That is what it is. This is neighbors dueling. You could not write this.
It feels like we're going to be watching chess, football, a little bit of martial arts maybe. Excuse me, Anyways, so a couple more points to talk about here. There are a fair few new players on the side of Aura that haven't had the experience of LAN before. And, they are sitting opposite one another on the main stage, so that could play a part into it. Where you think about those first game jitters, you've got to work out exactly where you stand with your teammates, and the enemy team. So there's a lot of things you work out in the first map. Even the first set of rotations in Hardpoint, we'll get to see these two teams really feel each other out on an even playing field. Because there is no more, now he's got better connection, he's playing from here. They're sitting opposite each other, all on the same network. So even as it gets, that's what we've got here.
Yeah. The squad for Nigeria, the team from Nigeria, Sierra 7, few changes there. But I think there's only one change here. Maybe the change in name, but still, my view, having seen both of these teams play, rather evenly matched. I'm expecting something rather even. I'm expecting the Hardpoint will be even, by the way. Just completely following each other on the scores. Right now,
a game of ping pong.
Yeah, game of ping pong. All right.
Okay, just a quick update from the admins upstairs. We have another technical issue with the players getting into the lobby, so we'll be right back after this quick break.
Hey dude, it's so good to finally meet you. How are you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great. To be honest.
I remember seeing the
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again. Chalet, it's been fantastic seeing the boys so far. Are you guys happy that we're able to see our boys, settling in? What is typically, I want to ask the pro player here, typically what is going through these guys' mind right now as they sit there with the whole nation, supporting them and then trying to, champion them to victory? What's going on through your minds right now?
Well, if I'm to guess what's going on through their minds is they have to make a statement to win, because the first win is what's going to determine the pace of the tournament. And I know Aura, they are going to beat them under 100. If Aura beats S7, the first Hardpoint game, it will just break S7's confidence. So right now they are all working towards how can we win our first game? How can we, because it's the first game of the tournament, first game of the finals. So they need to actually show up. They need to actually show up, and I know they will do that, and I know they will do exactly that.
As an analyst, what would you be telling the players right about now?
Keep calm. We've practiced everything in scrims. Scrims being practiced for my animal at home that we are not familiar with the court. And the scrimmages mean practice. Remember the tactics we've gone through. Trust in your teammates, and most of all, trust in God and trust in yourself.
Trust in God. What about the guns? Trust the guns too.
Everybody is having a good gun over there. Everyone has good guns over there.
But you, as a team manager, as somebody in the leader in the space, what would be your typical advice to people in such a scenario? You know, they've all got themselves locked in, completely away from Ghana, and alone and isolated in an environment where the tensions are high. What is your message to these guys over there?
I mean, after seeing them on the screen, I'm like, I like the composure, I like the steez. Everyone has everything in there locked in, and I mean the way both teams look very calm. It is up to them to settle down, listen to their IGL. That is very important. Listen to the IGL. When you make the least error in the game, just rectify it and go back to your normal gameplay side. When you make the errors, they are bound to happen in the gameplay, because your enemy will intimidate you just as you're also intimidating them. So there will be errors here and there. Just accept them and correct them and move forward. That's it.
Accept them and then move forward. I mean, so right now, a lot of pressure has been pretty much placed on these guys, because I'm listening to you guys, all right, 3-3 this, all right, 3-3 that. Let's just see, is it just one game they are going to play? Is there a chance for them to, even if they lose this game, is there a chance for them to get back into the fold? Is that the case, or is just one game and that's it?
Yeah, this is a group game. So there are 6 teams out there, 6 countries, 6 teams over there, and then they are in a group of 2. So we have Group A and Group B. So Group A has 3 teams in there, which is Aura, Sierra 7, and then Delta. They are in the Group A. So top 2 will move out from that group to face the top 2 from the other group. So we have GHOne ESports in Group B, NXG, and then CZY in Group B as well. So the top 2 will be facing off with each other. So right now in Group A, everyone knows that it's going to be Aura and then Sierra 7 qualifying from that group. But then the battle on the ground is Aura and Sierra 7, who is the better team?
Aura and Sierra 7, who is the better team? And I do believe that we're trying to get back into the live coverage. But before we get in there, I want to understand, now that we have established that, okay, the boys are there, the Nigerians and the Ghanaians are there, do you tend to use body languages also in esports based on what the Nigerians, they were asking them, say, Charlie, it looks like they're there for business, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They were there for business. You as an analyst, does body language make a difference?
This one, as an analyst and as a former player, if I see I'm here for business, immediately I win the first map, I'll stand up and call you out. When it's on, I'll call you out. Where's the business? I'll shake your confidence, because once you come with that confidence, with that, we are here for business, right? Immediately, that facade, for me, it's a facade, is broken, right? Now you are scrambling. Hey, Charlie, the people, they mean more business than us. So we come, we do work borrow, but these people they're just composed. They look relaxed. So I'm looking for the person who is more relaxed, not the person who is saying is here for. If you are more relaxed, you are comfortable, you're in your space. Obviously, no matter the tactics, you remember, coach said I'm relaxed. So coach said this, like we are going to write exams. This is basically the examination of all the practice and the scrims they've done. It's an examination. Okay. So it's like you're going to write an exam. If you are calm, you can remember, the teacher said this. The teacher said 2 times 2 is 4. So right now, but if you are tensed, Charlie, the 2 times 2 sometimes it be 5. As he say, James Rep, Nick writes 5. That is the same.
Okay, so it looks like the boys are about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, the EIB live coverage right here on GHOne TV on Facebook, YouTube, Star FM, and Kasapa. It is about to go down. It is Aura 233 versus Sierra 7 of Nigeria.
Bit of an internet issue, I assume.
Looks like we're having some technical issues.
This is an internet issue. That's an internet issue, but we'll hold for a second. They're restarting the game. Yep. Restart. That's that. That was an internet issue. Slowly, they're restarting the game. That should be seconds. Either way, we're restarting the game. Meanwhile, we'll be back in about 60 seconds.
And then we'll be going straight into it. You won't have to hear us yap about things we've already yapped about. So we'll see you guys just after this.
Vim Day.
Right now, that alone self will keep their morale up if they restart again and enter the game. They'll be like, guys, we can just do it. And
Apocalypse, like this, what seems to be the problem?
I don't know why S7 picked Apocalypse, because Apocalypse is actually one of the strong maps for Aura. And they picked that map instead.
Could it be a psychological intimidation? Sometimes a reverse psychology. Let's put you in your best map and then beat you. You know, people tend to, and then if you're able to do that, you can psychologically, defeat that person in that sense. What do you think as an analyst?
In terms of back to my Anum, so that I explain in basic terms. So when you're selecting the maps, you have map vetoes. So let's say I'll pick the hard points. They normally flip a coin who picks first.
Yeah, you ban and pick.
Yeah, so ban and pick. So I'll pick the hard points, you pick this, I'll pick this, you pick this. So sometimes you know that this you want to play, if you play your best hard points map, maybe the SND pick, the other team will pick. So you will say, okay, I'll sacrifice the hard point, right? I'll give them their best map. However, the SND, I'll pick my best map. So it's something like that. So I don't know why. Maybe they want to, like you said, intimidate our boys, but we are Aura boys. We win the Jollof battle. Yes. Or maybe they want a map pick that will suit them in the latter hard points or in the latter game modes. Who knows? What we know is that we are slapping them. Thank you.
Absolutely, we are definitely slapping them. For a pro player's perspective, the game has to restart. That's that kind of, it's like VAR. You have scored a goal and a VAR comes in and everything is, calming down. People are trying to understand what's going on. Now that Aura is already leading, what happens? Do they start from zero? Do they start from that time? Does that also psychologically affect the players in terms of, performing in such huge stake events?
Well, before the internet issues and stuff, you could see Aura were leading.
Yes.
And when you win your gunfights in the opening phase like that, even when there's a restart, you know that, I won.
It looks like we're even back on. I think we're back on.
Are we?
Okay. Okay, to replay. So continue.
You see, I won those gunfights. So when they restart, you are not rest assured that, these people, they are easy. And CR7, they are no match for our Aura boys. They are no match. The vim is too much.
The
vim is too much.
Hey, if we lose
No, we cannot lose.
Hey.
We cannot.
I am so happy with the vim. The Aura seems to be transcending from here and eliminating.
It's meeting
them in Kenya. And it's quite exciting. So basically, I say that it should not psychologically affect them.
No.
They should be calm. They should just stick to what they have done. But then you also think, as right now in this sense, we'll say the enemies, right? The enemies.
Yeah, they are the enemies.
Do you think the enemies will also say, hey, Charlie, what they did the last time now got us? Since there's a restart, let's change our tactics. Does that also come in play in that sense?
Yeah, it comes in play, but it's more of on the negative side, because they'll now try and
readjust.
They'll try to readjust at the spot, and it will just scramble things. It just scrambles things. But let's see, when they restart, maybe players will adapt again, because maybe rain was cooking. Like you've turned off the stove, so now you have to start again. Hey.
So what kind of stove is it? A gas stove or electric?
Gas. You are cooking gas.
The boy was cooking and you have cut the fire. So sometimes restarting also resets everything, because somebody might start a game on a very strong foot, and restarting will just.
I mean, right now the restart right now will force them to play to the style of Aura, because they'll try to adjust, because we saw you guys rush through this side. Let's try and meet them up over there, and they'll meet them at their own pace, how fast they play, because Aura is fast paced. CR7 plays a bit slower. They like to come somewhere and beam you from far, but with the Aura they rush on you and win their gunfight on you. So this time around, I was surprised that the game had to be restarted after the team has gotten to 78 points. Because once you start the game and you've been able to finish one hill, the progression to the next one, you don't need to restart the game. You need to finish it, even if the player was being kicked out of the lobby. But since this is a LAN event and the technical people are there and they've seen what the problem is, that is why I think they gave that verdict that they need to restart the game.
I want to remind you that there is a 20% discount on all Call of Duty Mobile CP purchase on Carry1st shop when you apply one of these promo codes. So definitely get onto your phone, go to Call of Duty gameplay right now and buy some, purchase some CPs and get 20% if you use GHOne Star FM as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be getting back into the live coverage from Kenya, live here on EIB Network. Let's get it.
Faces on as we load into Apocalypse.
We're getting straight into Apocalypse. Jump into the lobby we go. We're going to take that feed momentarily coming for you. This should find us on hill number 1. Let's take the feed as we go into the first hill. That should come up right now. There we go. Here we are.
Okay, I think we're finally ready to go, and we can cast it on off, and we've got the first second going the way of Aura here. Doing very, very well. The trades working out relatively in favor of them, but no one really taking control here. But if you have a look at the minimap there, you can see they are keeping P2 spawns as best they can.
And right now, CR7 utterly frustrated on hill number 1. Right now, trying to regain any second right now. The contest coming through, but barely for a second right now. This is Sunflower. Doing a round of roses, but dropped immediately by Santi. Santi immediately returned, dropped by Ruin. Who returned the favor? Who returned the favor? Varus comes through to spoil the party. Sage comes through to drop Hustle. What is happening? 25 on 14, and finally CR7 claimed their stake on the hill.
And they have won the rotation, and I think that came off the back of a interesting overextension coming out of Aura there, where they might flip themselves out and inadvertently given the spawns open of CR7. As you can see, I love a good old popcorn on the map as he gets a double, and the kill feed lights up blue as Sierra 7 take back P2 with a vengeance.
And finally, Sierra 7 catching up on the scoreline. They hold a full 20 seconds right before Aura 233 come through to reclaim the hill. Now they start garnering their points on the hill. It's their scrap time coming through. They try to hold their line. That's GHOne charging the responsibility of the objective there. Can he hold the line for the yellows of Aura 233?
Well, they've got to be able to play this perfectly as the sport has flipped once again back in favor of Aura, whereas Sierra is now trying to push in for that last little bit of scrap time here, but you've got to be able to play your type correctly because you don't want to flip again as we go over towards P3 now. It's going to be a massive 1v1 on the point, but Bob Shuka with the three-piece as now Aura lighting up the feed, getting kills left, right and center, not looking to slow down anytime soon.
Right now, Babushka getting that kill, but look at Ruin's numbers. 9 kills already. The scoreline 60 on 29 says all. It's a lead, but it's a thin lead, but a lead nonetheless for Aura 233 there. Look at them, calm, collected over there with those brand new Samsung S24s. Okay, one of them was holding a different one, but hey, the scoreline tells the story of dominance. But right now, it is Sierra 7 in the line on the hill. For a few seconds, 20 seconds in, the contest comes through, 62 on 45, pretty close as Sierra 7 tries to catch up, mitigate the gap, mitigate disaster, try to keep it close.
As close as they can, they get a couple of kills that don't work out in their favor, as it's going to be Aura 233 that simply wiped them out of the points, and now looking firmly towards P4, and as you can see, they have secured the spawns for it. Again, there are so many things in this moving game that you have to take into consideration. How you break the point, how you keep the point, and how you're going to get set up for the next point. As you can see, Sierra 7 caught on the back foot here, as they actually can't get their ball rolling. They have a couple of players really struggling. I mean, we have a player on 4 kills. I'm not sure who that is. I think it's actually Virus. No, Sati is now currently on 4 kills, struggling a little bit, and that's going to come back to bite them. As you can see, they are just scrambling, grasping at scores here as we go over towards P4, and now you get to see a bit of a setup forming from the side of Aura as the kill feed continues to rain orange.
Look at the bottom corner of the minimap. The respawns completely, frustration being delivered successfully by Aura 233, who've held the hill for a complete 20 seconds so far. They've hit the 100 mark, the 100-point mark there, 108 on 49, and the minimap tells the story as suddenly Sierra 7 finding themselves on the back foot by a 50-point margin. They're trying to reclaim on the next hill that's rotating. The rotations will be the name of the game here, and Aura 233 certainly holding the line so far, almost a full 60, barely losing seconds on that current hill. Where will they rotate next? What will happen here?
P5 we go, the final hill in the first set of rotations. Actually, excuse me, we're going back to P1 now, as we're going to be rounding it off here, trying to see if they can figure out exactly what they want to do. But in terms of map control, it has just been Aura left, right and center. As you can tell, they had lost spawns in that fight for P4, but it doesn't matter, they simply regained them. Even when they were clear out of the point, it felt as though the side of Sierra just wasn't picking up time. There was just too much white time there for my liking, and it's coming back to bite them as they're almost down 100 points now, and they are not slowing down any time. The only saving grace that I would say in the second set of rotations, it doesn't look like the boys in blue have managed to secure the spawns.
The contest coming through, and so are the streaks, raining complete hell into the hill right now. Those streaks coming through at the right time, still claiming dominance for Aura 233, whose margin has grown significantly. The contest come through, and momentarily Sierra 7 have the hill, but can they hold the line? That is the question. 57 points is where they stand. The contest come through, but again from Aura 233, who want to take back. They say no, this is ours, and they do for the final 10 seconds to try and hit that 150-point mark, itching closer to 200, which is GG's somewhere at 250. Come on, this is not exactly where we expected it to start.
Well, I think we spoke about their playstyle, and they have done a fantastic job of keeping their momentum, playing as aggressively as possible, and I think they've really flustered Sierra 7, because even though Sierra 7 has such a tactical advantage in terms of their strats, they just can't get control when they need it. Having said that, they have found a bit of time here, and the kills are working out, but that comes off the back of extreme utility investment. They have used all of their streaks just about, and their specialist weapons, so the 4 you saw there a second ago, but it doesn't matter. Virus finds a 3-piece, but we get to see Hustle find one, but can't find any more. We get to see some streaks now being called in. Eventually, a sigh of relief for all of the S7 fans, as P2 looking pretty much perfect as they've held it down maybe finding a bit more of an even footing in this battle.
And right now, 90 points on 154 to try and catch up to the gap and mitigate the gap, repay the debt that was already there. They need to hold another 2 full 60s, right? They need to hold another 2 hills for a full 60 to try and catch up to that 160-point margin. Honestly.
Bit of a crazy spawn coming out the back end there, but it does look like it's found its way back in favor of Aura here as we go over towards P3, and they have a mass one to win. We get to see some more streaks. Killfeed Blue though on this rotation. The rotational kills looking fantastic for the side of Sierra as they managed to find a full team wipe and finding a few more around the point. A huge battle from Santi as he must have heard me calling him out as he certainly picked up his game and started getting a couple of kills. More specialist utility being invested now from the side of Aura as you get to see that Sparrow coming out. But right now, it does look like the driver's seat has been taken over by the boys over at Sierra 7.
If Sierra 7 managed to thin this gap, if they managed to pull back a comeback, Trout, I might have another child. I promise you. This comeback might be epic. They had fallen behind by so huge of a margin, and right now they're holding the line right now. Sending 4 bodies. Look at the minimap. They're getting the yellows for Aura 233. Yes, it is. It's Sunflower denying access to the bodies in Sierra 7 who get dropped. Tipsy Life get dropped in quick succession. Access completely denied for the final 4 seconds as Aura 233 in a hurry to close out this hardpoint matchup.
Well, there's a huge one at the back of the map, and it looks like it has just gone the way of Aura here. For the first time, we get to see them win a rotation in the second set of rotations here. But you can see everything and the kitchen sink, including a gravity vortex being put onto the point here, as the boys in Sierra 7 are trying their best to survive this absolute bombardment onto P4 we go. Backwards and forwards, trades working up here. It's Ruin who comes out on top, but Tipsy with another Sparrow investment here. It looks like the boys at Sierra 7 have managed to find a good amount of time going into P4, and they need this time as they cannot afford to show an inch of weakness here. Otherwise they're going to get...
What's all this then? What's all this that the boys in blue have found their footing? This is Virus holding steady, sneaky, hiding behind the rock, waiting. Go on, but no, not this time. It's Ruin to spoil the party. Ruin literally ruins that party. Come through. This is yellow for the final 10 seconds to try and hit 200, but they're showing signs of life, Sierra 7. Do not be mistaken. They will not go down without a fight. The players locked in. You can see that on your screens. This is game day.
Well, it doesn't get any closer like this. You said it was going to be a blow-for-blow type game, and that's exactly what's happening here. Still about 30 seconds between the two teams. Climbing towards 200 is going to be the boys in Aura 233. I'm not entirely sure. I think we might be having a few more network errors here.
No.
Hardpoint tested.
But it's so nice being in a live environment as you can hear the players getting hyped up as they start getting these kills. 3 players go down for the side of Sierra 7, and it's going to be 200 points now under the belt of Aura 233, and they are looking to close it out here as they are fighting for those P2 spawns, and in fact they've just secured them.
But Aura, that's Sierra 7 rather, they will not go down quietly, trying to reclaim the hill, trying to get that scrap time. The contests come through, but they cannot get it. Ruin doing his job of ruining the party. For Sierra 7 right now for the final 10 seconds. They are at 215 right now. Almost a GG's. The flips coming through. Who gets there to the next hill? Who gets to rotate early? I see yellow bodies getting to the next hill right now. It almost might be it.
Well, Aura only needing 30 seconds here, and they have the first bit of time pretty much under lockdown here, but they have been opened up for a bit of a pinch play if they don't manage to keep their spawns. That's exactly what's going to happen here. We get to see every bit of utility as this is where it gets desperate for Sierra 7. They have to find a break into this point, otherwise it is going to be GG's. But if you have Ruin finding the 3 things, it is not possible, as even though you get to see a few more kills going their way, 8 seconds, last push realistically from Sierra 7. They have to break the point right now. No one is close. Contest actually go. Never count your eggs before they lay, but it's going to be Aura. 3-3 closing it out. The Battle of West Africa, first blood drawn by Aura 233.
Wow. There were signs of life in that Sierra 7 squad. We saw it. They had fallen behind by more than 100 points already. And for a moment, we almost said the C word, comeback.
It was very close.
It was
moments away, but I think the beauty of Aura there is they managed to play their game a little bit better than CR7.
Yeah.
Get to see what CR7 looks like when they're in their prime, playing the game the way they want it. That's controlling spawns, having a good setup. Because the moment they have that good setup, they're getting the kills, kill feed completely blue. But the moment they get flustered and they can't match the tempo that Aura brings, especially if Ruin, who fears no evil, pushes out P2 into cave and finds a 3-piece, I mean, how do you match that?
How do you match that? Honestly, some questions meant to be answered in Search and Destroy. Search and Destroy. We'll be back with S&D later. We've noticed a few. Yeah, sure. There are a few internet issues now and then. Of course, they're going to try and resort the lobby to try and make sure that the players are clear before they jump straight into that S&D. Yeah, but for now, based on what we've seen on that Hardpoint matchup, there was complete dominance. What you said, what did you say? You talked about Aura 233 with their fast style of play. That's exactly what we just saw.
100%. They played their game and they played it a bit better than CR7. But this is where the huge spanner comes in. We're going to a game mode where if you play quickly, you are often punished. So S&D is where communication and teamwork is completely key. I don't care what anyone says. Your life is worth 10 enemy lives. If you can find information, figure out exactly where the enemy team wants to get set up, to get that bomb down, and you get away with your life, you've pretty much already won that round for your team. So I'm curious to see whether or not we're going to see the same tempo coming out of Aura 233 in this S&D, where they're going to be flying towards their opponents, or it's going to be a bit more calm, reserved, where they have to play. And we always talk about finding out the information at the start of the rounds, finding that first blood, and then working towards your strengths. Whereas now we're going to a map that I'm not too familiar with. And
This is GHOne.
What is the sniping like on this map?
Honestly, it's not that great. It's not exactly a sniper-friendly map. It's based off a mini-map coming off a main Battle Royale map within Call of Duty Mobile.
Okay.
So it's literally pulled off the Battle Royale map and fixed into a multiplayer map. So we're about to see what it will feel like for, S&D, and maybe we'll see who chooses to snipe, who'll be ballsy enough to go with a sniper.
But I think that's a very good point that you brought up there. If it's not a very sniper-favored map and you don't have very many long lanes to hold down, that's Aura's playing field, man. Because they want to get up close and personal, they want to be in your face. So if you're able to find those quick routes, which is I assume they're going to try and do, CR7 might be in trouble here. They might have actually lost the vetoes in terms of which are their favorite maps. But they're supposed to be good on all maps. Maybe their confidence might be a little bit misplaced.
I don't want to put...
Exciting times to be part of Team Aura 233. Charlie, the Takashi is working. It looks like the Jollof Wars. Ghana is ahead, right? And it's coming home. Do you think it's coming home?
It is coming.
So far, what do you think?
Home. So far, it is CR7 that everyone is talking about. Charlie, 1,000 aura. This 1,000 aura. No two ways. My body they do me something. My body they do me something.
Yeah, the first game. I mean, from a pro player's perspective, what do you think in terms of winning your first game? What kind of temperament should you show? And in terms of trying to prepare for the next couple of games, do you completely go haywire or you remain calm and then get the other games going? Because remember, it's just one game right now.
Oh, we believe in violence because what he said. Call them out. Where is the business they said they are bringing? Where is the business? Where is the business? There's no business. Because we are the ones who mean business. But we are calm. We are calm. We don't talk. I'm here for business. We don't talk. We show action. And that's exactly what we've shown there. Aura 233.
Wow. From your perspective as an analyst, what in heaven's name went on there with CR7?
And the analysts, they make us so let's get into it. So we all watched the same game. And one thing that struck me very heavily was the way Aura 233 were winning their gunfights. Like they don't win a gunfight like outside of the hill, because you need to be in the hill, you need to be in the objective to win the points. Points win game, goals win games, right? And they were not winning like a gunfight and they will stand off the points, but like they are just farming kills. Like they will say, let's fight here, and they will win the gunfights in the hill, which is very, very difficult to do, and it's very impressive to watch. And there was one instance or two instances rather, where the P1, the first hill, so they'll fight the first hill. The first hill is very scrappy, like it's very chaotic, but it's the P2 where you can get like a lot of time, a lot of score. So the Sierra guys, like they'll have the P2 like spawns or the rotation lockdown, but somehow, some way, Aura 233 just come and like they'll just like Ghana police, yabai, they'll just sack them or kill off the other points and they just take off the time. So although Sierra guys will have the objective lockdown constantly, the Aura buys so much aura, we just kick them off the hardpoint. So I was like, what will then happen if our boys get the rotation? Because once we are on the back foot and we are still managing to get in majority of the time. So if we get the rotation, right, what will happen? And we clearly saw what happened, right? We are winning. We won the first part of the Jollof Bowl. It's just left like what again? SND.
Left with the egg that will add to the jollof.
Who's controlling the sausage? So
we are cooking, isn't it?
We are cooking.
I mean, looking at the first game on Hardpoint, looking at how well the team performed. We did say that Apocalypse, it seems to be a map that the boys are very, very familiar with. I mean, why did they then get the opportunity to play such a map? What do you think happened there?
I mean, maybe complacency set in for them. As you said, they were thinking of beating Aura on their own map to break them for the S&D map that they'll be playing. But it is what it is. As you said, the breaking of the hill. I said earlier that Aura is trained in a way that they need to be contesting the hill. Even if you are the team in the hill, we need to break it. And they were fantastic. Rin, Babushka, Sunflower, the boys were really delivering.
All right, looks like the next game has begun. Ladies and gentlemen, EIB live, coming into you from Kenya.
Well, it looks like an interesting turn of events here as utility used, information now gained. Bomb has, rather needs to go down on attack. It is going to be the side of Aura 233. And now drawn by Ruin and Game Bay. But the trades, it looks like a game of TDM. I eat my words by being strategical. Right now it's a 1v2 for
Babushka there. Now holding steady. The responsibility of the bomb is on him. Responsibility of the bomb is on Babushka over there. And now Life and Santi on the hunt. Babushka.
He wants to be a snake.
Slow and steady. This man, this myth, this legend. Sneaky. Prone. Here we go.
And we'll catch you in the next round.
Oh my goodness.
Down and out, 1v1 now. Massive first blood in this 1v2. 54 seconds to work with. He has done the big brain play here. One thing we must mention, we need to keep our casting down to a minimal in S&D as we can give positional plays out, and we don't want that. So right now, still 1v1, a lot of information to be gained.
This is Santi now. Santi and Babushka. 1v1, the bomb goes down. Information not down yet for Santi, who doesn't know where he is. Holding a spear, going melee with that Type 19 as well. The automaton in hand. SMG for Babushka, the switchblade X9. This is it. 1v1, 30 seconds. Bomb down. All on Santi to take action. Either defuse, ninja defuse, or straight up gunfight. This is Babushka. Oh my god, why? Why?
The timing, man. God timing. You cannot make this up. You don't check your corners. Captain Fast said you got to check your corners or you're going to be taken out. And that's exactly what happened here. Fantastic start to that 1v2 coming out of Babushka. But unfortunately, Clutch going the way of S7. Good way to get back into this game as it's only one round. But they say the Coliseum was built one brick at a time, and you got to win SD one round at a time.
You can't make all the perfect decisions, can you? He made the right decision, but until he literally turned around at the wrong moment. And now, responsibility for the bomb borne by Babushka yet again. Aura 233. On defense, this is Sierra 7. Tipsy falls first blood to Ruin.
And the sniper, let it be known that the sniper, we have two snipers on the side of S7, the first sniping battle going the way of Aura, and we get to see a bit more aggression coming out of Aura 223. It doesn't look like they intend to slow down whatsoever. Santi looking for the double, Santi can't find it, so now we are in a 3 versus 4 situation. Bomb yet to go down.
This is Babushka yet again with plenty of backup. Following Sunflower, they're about to meet, they're about to come to a head here. Oh Lord!
Well,
haircut.
Yeah, free haircuts from Life as he'll be stealing your life, putting it into a 3 versus 3. Fantastic way to answer back, and now the close range fight. Got to break on out, but Hustle breaks some ankles and some cameras, gets the kill. 2v2.
Here we go. This is it. 2v2 now, evenly matched. Sierra 7 looking for that redemption story. Babushka with a near clutch in the previous round, holding the bomb, responsibility borne. Hustle in tow, backing him up, covering his 6.
The bomb has been planted.
Life and Sage getting the info. Sage with that LW3 Tundra. Let's just see if he can do anything with that.
Well, he has to find the correct angle to potentially get this 2v2 going, but the clock is ticking. So technically speaking, we are in a 2 versus 3 as the clock is playing against them. What is wrong with the workout? You cannot be losing those, Babushka, but the trade is instant. 1v1, Hustle gets taken out, Sage coming out on top, and it's going to be another round off the back of an insane clutch going the way of Sierra 7.
Are you kidding me? This is storybook beginning. Sierra 7 staking their claim. They have a statement to make. Do not judge us off Hardpoint.
But it's clutches, eh? Remember, these have come off the back of clutches. I've got to be careful that it can't go down to that every single time. Lightning has now struck twice for them.
Oh my
Yes, Carster's curse has been broken. But we go into the next round. Still an attack going to be Aura as they try to find their way forwards. And first shot now drawn by Hustle. Looking for another.
Let's go. This is Hustle yet again around the corner. Check your corners. Near miss there. Sunflower
Bomb down though.
Bomb is down. Oh, 40 seconds to take action. Oh,
we are shooting peanuts apparently. It's getting people down to 1 HP, but it's going to be Sage who finds another, making it a 3 versus 4 right now. But the kills working out. Well, make it a 0 versus 4, as it does look like Life has got his turn and burn on as he gets that kill and another round. And that time it wasn't a clutch, as it was simply a retake. S7 now finding their footing in this map.
If you had any doubts about Sierra 7, there's your answer. There is your answer. They didn't want to say much pre-match interviews. There is your answer.
Grenade out.
A 3-0 to begin with. S&D Kurohana.
On defense, eh? So they have had the advantage of that, but either way they're doing a fantastic job. First set of trades going out, a lot of nades being thrown, but it's still a 4 versus 4 virus. Oh my God! We're going to be adding pieces, potentially, but not quite, as it's going to come down to a 1 versus 2 for Ruins, clutching up with that sniper in hand. But they do know where he is, the caller has come out, and he has to stay alive here, and go pick up that bomb. It has been placed in a pretty precarious position. But I'm pretty sure the side of SEO knows that they're just going to be playing around it.
I want to stay with Ruin. I want to stay with Ruin with this Tundra. I just want to see another haircut. Please give us a haircut. Something. I'm here for the mayhem. Just wait. Sneaky man trying to find the info. It's a 1v2.
Oh my goodness! But he gets tagged up to a ball here, but he is alive for now. First blood now drawn. 1 minute to work with. Has to go fetch that bomb and get the kills.
Dear Lord, wish granted. Ruin is a genie. He heard us. Now he just has to do it one more time.
We got the bomb.
Picked up the bomb. 40 seconds to take action and plant it. Put it down. On the other side, this is Tipsy trying to get that info. Tipsy trying to get the info now. Steady. Ruin taking it slow. Now switches to the automaton.
Oh my goodness, the timing! Okay, I guess we are going to be the turn and burn from Ruin.
Not over yet. Ready up.
3-1.
Back into this game we go.
3-1.
Destroy the objective.
There are Aura 233 with a text message. We are still here to play.
Smoke out.
Horribles right out the gate to try and catch anyone. Pure luck here. Trophy systems down.
Probably not luck, but certainly probing for a bit of information at the very least.
Yeah, fair enough.
As we tend to see the teams try to find a bit of information, look for that first blood before they rotate. But right now it looks like both teams just trying to get a little bit more map control. Ruin with that sniper in hand. But he doesn't check his angles correctly. First blood now drawn, followed up by a second. 2 players will fall to start this round. Aura already on the back foot.
That's words.
Sunflower finds 1, 2 versus 4.
There we go. Babushka tries to claim a 2 for the price of 1, but falls to Virus instead. Completely exposed, and Game Bay falls last to Sage. Sierra 7 extending their lead there. 4-1.
Again, the rounds that have gone the way of Aura, that only being 1, has come back with an insane clutch. So this is where we speak about the 2 types of game style. The side of Sierra playing how they want to play with more structure, and it is coming out and showing off exactly what card mobile is supposed to look like.
We love our haircuts, don't we?
Indeed.
We were looking
fresh
for that. Yeah, fresh one, fresh fade. None as of yet. No one has fallen first blood in this round. Oh, it's Ruin. Commentator's curse falls to a haircut from Sage.
Life count now advantage to Sierra 7.
Notice the consistency in Babushka having the role of putting down the bomb. Consistency in the comp there. Notice that hustle drops Santi, who was facing the wrong way. Tagged him on the back.
Oh my word! Oh, you can't be losing those! Well, regardless, the bomb now planted. 45 seconds to work with 3 versus 3.
This is hustle still. Straight out the gate and lose it. How? What face first into that sniper from Sage, and live 2 for the price of 1. Babushka and Game Bay dropped to finally give Sierra 7 the defuse.
5-1 up now.
5-1 up.
For being honest, I do not want to play S7 on S&D.
Oh my lord.
Nice work. Get ready for the next round.
That was a massive 2-piece coming out of life there, and I think that was the difference maker, right? They just got that ball rolling. They even managed to get the bomb down, that being Aura 2-2-3, but they have not been able to find an ounce of control in this game.
You just made Sierra 7 angry. Chat made Sierra 7 angry. That hardpoint match, clearly a proper motivator. Whatever changes they made, radical as they are, they're working. Oh, life falls, first blood to Babushka. The trades come through. Virus drops Sunflower. 2 for the price of 1. Virus falls to Babushka. Ruin drops Tipsy. It's a 4v2.
I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to say that this map is quite defender orientated. As you can see, it
is.
Feels like a different game altogether, as the side of Aura now with the undisputed round there. I think they lost 1 player in it, so defense definitely favored here on this S&D map, but the teams that win the attacks are generally the teams that win. And you can see right now there has been 1 round that Aura 2-3 won, but Sierra 7 certainly not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. This is still 3-round advantage, but we are tagging.
Oh my lord.
Getting kills.
Haircut. Sage drops Game Day. This S&D matchup, proper entertainment for all 700, 800 people on the live stream right now. 5-2 is where it stands as Sage waiting it again, but
we are testing to see what is being held, and right now it looks like it is going to be a bit of a slow and steady retake. Maybe some connection issues here, I'm not entirely sure.
Either way, this is a 5-2 in favor of Sierra 7. Sierra 7 who are on the back foot this whole time, coming through here, making a statement. Sunflower waiting in the wings, corner to corner. Nobody, no sudden moves. Oh, this might be a network issue, and it's fixed. There we go, reconnected.
Well, off the back of that, it does look like Life was able to find another kill. 2 players down for the side of Aura 2-3-3, and the bomb being planted, so it is technically a 6v3.
Full Sierra 7 squad versus a 3-man Aura 233. Oh, haircut from Sage. I'd love to see more of those from Sage, as that is Santi and Virus doing their job, dropping Ruin Babushka.
Well, that's 6 rounds now to the side of Sierra 7, 1 away from closing it out here, as they are being a dominant force on S&D. And again, I think it speaks, absolute echoes the mentality of their gameplay, as they are doing exactly what they want to do. They're being structured, and they are capitalizing on the map control, even within attack or defense, it doesn't matter. They are playing how they want to play.
This is 1 away from Sierra 7 redeeming themselves. Life and Virus falls. 2 for the price of 1. 3 piece. 4? No, it's 3. 3 piece for gameplay. What?
That was
that?
A ludicrous play. He knows the bomb is down. He finds the first 3 bloods. That has got to be a serious mental blow for the side of Sierra 7, because every single one of those kills should have gone the way of 7.
Oh, Sage doing Sage things with that sniper. Yet again drops Hustle. I'd love to catch Sage again on his perspective. Tipsy here doing his job, catches Ruin.
Well, 1 kill at a time. They are certainly working their way back into this 2v3 clutch. 1 player now tagged up. That was Tipsy, but he's alive, gets away with his life, but they have to go fetch that bomb, as you can see Aura guarding it with their lives, quite literally.
Sierra, this is Sage.
Sage! My goodness, 2v2! You can never count S7 out, especially with Sage on this side.
Do not peek, Johnny boy. Do not peek on Sage! Do not! Repeat offender.
Oh my goodness, Babushka. Well, ankle's broken. Now a 1 versus 2 for Sunflower to clutch, which was initially a 5 versus 2. First blood now drawn, 1v1 now. All pressure in the world. Oh my goodness! It's not going to be What the hell?
It's sunflower! It's sunflower! Come on, no!
Well, it was a bit of a visual glitch for me there, as it was actually the side of Aura 233 that came out on top.
It's 6-3.
6-3, getting back into this game, but they need to keep their momentum. They cannot lose even one round, as they'll be sending themselves into a game 3.
Oh my goodness.
So now they have to play some perfect S&D.
They really have to play some perfect S&D from here on out. You cannot afford to have first blood. If your Aura and it is Aura, hustle drop, game bay follows.
Well, the ball now firmly rolling downhill for the side of S7.
Sage traded in.
Oh, well, he gets taken out by Rune, and we get to see
Rune
with another 2 snipes quickly. 1v3 now. As Fancy finds a double, make it a 1v2.
1v2 now.
Sunflower did it in the previous round. Can he do it again?
Beginning of a comeback. Oh, not this time.
As the kill works out for S7 as they are back into this game as they find their first map. One apiece going into the Arsenal. And I love that. The camaraderie, you have to give your fist bumps when they are due, and that's exactly right. After every single map, you'll be seeing these guys hyping each other up, and that's the beauty of LAN.
Let me tell you, Chat judged Sierra 7 harshly. Chat judged Sierra 7 harshly off that hard point. This was a statement. This was a statement. We are here to play.
And I mean, a statement it was, right? They played their game. They were comfortable when they got their first blood, when they got to the bomb sites. And that's exactly what we spoke about. They need to be able to play their game. Otherwise, they will struggle like they did in the hard point. But I like the point that you made there. That is a statement. It's one apiece now going to Arsenal control. And man, what a showing it has been.
What a reminder to Chat that this is a best of 3s. So the score right now in this series is 1-1. One apiece.
One game to take them all, right? We're playing some Lord.
Things that need to be added to it. But if you're just joining us, this is the EIB live coverage of the Carry1st African Cup tournament for Call of Duty Mobile. Our team Aura currently on the score point with Syria 7 from Nigeria. Charlie, let me get back to my panelists. What do you guys think about that game? That didn't go according to plan, did it?
I mean, it didn't go according to plan, but I love their movement and their gameplay. Just that their opponent was a bit faster than them in terms of how slow they were playing. They weren't able to get Syria 7 to play at their own tempo, as in rushing them for them to make mistakes. They were very calm and waiting for Aura to come. And more so, I saw the Aura players reconnecting a lot of time. You see Rune being reconnected, you see Hustle, those 2 players, and Sunflower. So probably, I know they might be complaining of players lagging at the LAN events over there. They need to actually fix that because it's worrying the players over there. Yeah.
You know, from a pro player's perspective, I mean, looking at the scenario, you won the first game, things were high, you know, life was high, life was good, and now you've lost the second game. How do you rejuvenate yourself to prepare for the third game? Because right now it's a do or die as affair.
Well, right now I'll say they should just keep calm and prepare for the control, because you know in response they'll win their gunfight. But I think it's a network issue. If there's no network issue, the boys will fly, and I know in the control they should be able to win all their gunfights and just 3-0.
I mean, yes, I hope so, because this is a LAN event, so definitely there should be some kind of, you know, situation where things are very, very smooth. So let's just hope and see. From an analyst perspective, quickly give us what happened.
Yeah, for me, I basically think it's a network issue. It's only our players that were disconnecting and reconnecting, but I don't put the blame on just network alone, because there's an issue where S&D sometimes you have to take your time. You have to take your time, just play for the gunfights, play for the trades. And there are some times where they will just catch one person lacking, or someone who overstep or overpeak or take a gunfight too much. Game Bay was a solid example of this. He took too long in a particular gunfight, didn't even get a kill, and got his head taken off by a sniper. So in order for this Jollof to come home, we believe the respawns we are good. So it's just about converting the respawns, because if we win the country, we win the hard points, we have our Jollof here, we can eat it in peace.
Yes. The Jollof is on the way coming.
So the next game is going to be in Control. And tell us a little bit about Control from an analyst perspective. Control, just some 10 seconds.
So to Ayano Matum, so Control is a game mode similar to S&D in a way, but it's respawn, such that you have 2 points on the map. And the goal of the attacking team is to cap both A and B, which are the attacking points. The goal of the defending team is to defend A and B for as long as possible. So the defending, and you both have lives. So let's say 30 lives here, 30 lives there. So when the 30 lives are depleted, I think it's 5v5. So down to the 5 lives, if one person dies and one of those 5 lives is depleted and becomes 4 lives, the person doesn't respawn again. And another point is that when you capture one of the points, the time to extend the points for the attacking team is extended. So if you cap the point, if you cap A, let's say it was 10 seconds on the clock and you are able to cap A, you get an extra minute added to the clock to cap B, which is very important when you want to mount an offensive. So that's basically control in a nutshell. Obviously, there are some big tactics actually. I don't want to bother.
So, which players should we be looking at for in control?
In a control game, we should be looking at Babushka, Ruin, and Hustle, because they set the tempo for the response. They win their gunfight. They are confident in their gunfight. So, and control is all about gunfights. So, if you're able to win every single one of your gunfights in control, that's it. Because you can either kill all of them or capture if you're attacking. Yeah. So if they are able to win their gunfights, they are good to go, and I know they will be able to win their gunfights.
Inshallah, they will definitely be able to win. Guys, we're going to be jumping right into the mainstream coming up. EIB live coverage of the Carry1st. It is Ghana 1, Nigeria 1. Getting ready for the next game and the last game for this particular group match in control.
The sleeve, and I'm told that sleeve, the whole arm is in fact Michael.
And I hear we're going straight into it for the gameplay. No more delays.
All right,
we start now. We're in. This is control on Arsenal.
On attack, it is going to be the side of Aura.
We're going straight at it. Babushka running straight at the point. The responsibility of the uptake of the points falls to Aura 233. Defense goes to Sierra 7. Where do they rush?
Well, it's going to be a bit of a probe, if you will, to see where they can find where they are able to get a bit more control. And it looks like they have opened the door over towards A. First tick about to come on through here, but the kills working out for S7 as these guys were sleeping, but they're certainly wide awake right now as they're already looking for that decap. No spawn kills for you. Already 4 lives ahead of Aura 233 as these guys are here to prove a point.
28 on 24 as Sunflower tries to get the trades in for his side of Aura. The responsibility of taking the hills falling short. They try to do a sneaky double take of A and B at the same time. Split take. That fell apart really quickly. The points were cleaned up. They decided to commit to A. They committed to the A. Quarter way taken now. 24 on 19 lives apiece. 19 lives for Aura, who've fallen behind by maybe, 4 lives?
4 lives. It was actually significantly more than that, but they have found a control over towards A. They have to find a few more of these kills as the first tick has been found. But close range, you're going to be losing to Virus, but Babushka finds the double to answer back as A still being hotly contested. Virus can't find the double. So right now, 3 lives are what is between these two teams and the point being secured. 30 seconds left. It has been paused as we have players on the point. Right now, they need to find a bit more. The kills eventually working out for the side of Aura.
Right now, still. Okay, they're coming back. Aura finding their footing in terms of kills. What is happening? Was it a 3-piece?
Life with a 3-piece, but not enough to stop the point capture, but they still have a life count advantage by 3, as it is just to be found here for the side of Aura. With a minute 20 to work with, they have to be able to find their picks and get a bit more map control. And statistically speaking, he is worlds more difficult to contest and actually capture if you're on the attacking side. As you can see here, Gamebay looking to be a sneaky snake in the bed. Wow! Now the map has to be opened up. There's going to be 2 kills on the point. 4 players will be able to jump onto A, B as we speak. First tick already found. Things have to be perfect from the side of Sierra. They cannot allow any more control to go the way of, but it's going to be light with a huge shoopies to answer back there. But the kill's still working out for Aura.
10 to 9 lives apiece, 10 to 8 commentators curse. This is anyone's game down to the wire. Aura do have to take the point or at least stop the clock. Stop the time clock. Predator missile falls and from Gamebay it hits Tipsy. At least trying to find their footing into the hill. They will try and stop the clock. They still have to push bodies in there. 6 on 6 lives apiece. This might literally fall down to gunfight. It's literally going to be a gunfight ending.
Well, not necessarily. If they can get 2 players onto the point, they'll be doing all right. 5v5 now, but they had bodies on the point, and the kills are working out for the side of Aura. It looked like a terrible start for them, but man, oh man, can they finish. So right now, it does look like it is going to be Aura with the first point in this control map. And I mean, they were down a good 8 or 9 lives, but they brought that back, and they got back into that game, unlike my father in my life.
Oh my God. And there we go, Sierra 7. They just lost the first one, but based off what we saw in SND, that does not faze them. They can do this. That ending was too close to call. That ending was too close to call, but no, that 2-piece was just almost illegal, dear Lord. The uptake, the roles reversed, the uptake of the points falls to Sierra 7. Can they?
Whoa, the kills now. Hustle with a massive snap there, finding a bit more control, trying to force these players back into their spawn. As you can see, number 3, again, Hustle just trying to stave them off as best he can, wave after wave, as the brick wall of Aura has been placed. And by this time, bear in mind, there was 1 tick found on A from the side of Aura. But you can see a bit of an interesting play here, as the left side of the map completely wide open, and this might be enough for them to get around the back end, find a couple of these kills, and open the game wide open. But Hustle actually makes the read and stops that play at least a little bit, but Virus is there to answer back as we get to see the players try to get onto A.
I think Santi committed to waiting behind that exit there, just waiting for someone to peek there. 25 on 23 lives apiece. The objective still not met of holding any one single point. They still need to stop the clock. They've done that at the B point. They've caught away, taken it, but still they need to commit the bodies to the B point. The respawns are not in their favor.
5 down, no map control. They need to get onto a point, and they need to get onto the point now. They have a couple of players in the spawn, though. This might be a perfect pinch as we have a player in the back end finding kills, but it doesn't matter as they are unable to get even close to the point as the side of Aura dominating the spawn kills. 6 seconds. You have to keep going. Aura Swivel as Sunflower literally just having fun in their spawn. No one is close. 2 rounds in a row. Aura looking to kick the door wide open and take this control to 3-0 potentially.
Yeah, the clock. Sierra 7 did not have their eye on the clock. At least stop it. Even with committing to the gunfights, the objective at some point has to be strategic in stopping that clock here. It is still running.
I think they just got outslayed there, man. They had no map control, and every single time they pushed the lane, they were just getting cut down. But it's going to be trades on trades. But again, it looks like Aura come out on top with the initial gunfights, and they already have bodies on the hill. First tick found, not looking good here, but there are a bit of utility usage here. It does look like we have a bit more utility investment over the side of Sierra as they manage to breathe a sigh of relief. They find themselves up in lives, but down a point in terms of ticks.
Right now, this is not looking good for Sierra 7.
Smoke out.
This is not a good look for Sierra 7 with the current scoreline. And they have to defend this last round with everything, because it is everything. It is everything. They put on a show on SND. Disbelief suspended. And suddenly it seems like we're looking at the same hard point we saw to begin with. They try to hit for the A point, committing bodies towards that attack to stop the clock there.
They do have a life count advantage, which might come back in a vengeance in a little bit here. One tick found, but the kills on B working out for the side of Aura as they're getting more and more. But again, when you're backed up against the wall like this, you have to use everything you have in your arsenal, and that's exactly what Aura and Sierra are trying to do. Oh my goodness! The trades though, not working out. Eventually, Life finds that kill, but Babushka has to go huge. He gets taken out. 1 tick apiece, 30 seconds worth, but down 4 lives. Aura suddenly not looking like the controlling team that we expect, unless Ruin finds a close range kill like that. 12v14, but this is exactly what happened in the first round of attack. As you see, the players are flying towards the point, and that might not be the play here. You've got to wait for the teammates to help you. Single pushing the hill is never the play. 2 ticks now found, and the kills still working out for the side of Aura. Having said that, Seti with a massive double, opening things up a little bit, 50 there top out. 7v11, eventually a bit more control going the way of SF.
Look at that clock. The clock is still running. Aura have to get onto the point. A bit of a lag there, but what's happening? what's happening. It might just be over by the time we call this. This is 10 seconds in. Who has managed to stop the clock? He managed to stop the clock.
At 6 apiece, and it's going to be D. Has to go the way of double. I'm not entirely sure what happened in that gunfight, but I think it might have worked out for the side of Aura. B now secured. 2-6 bound. It looks like it's going to be a 5 versus 2 to make it 3 versus 1. Streaks oh so crucial. It is going to come down to the wire. We don't know who's going to win. It's going to be Aura. It's Aura.
It's not over yet. Ready up.
Aura take the series. Aura 233 take the series.
2-1, and I love the camaraderie. You can hear they're getting loud and getting excited. But we're going to jump over to the stage here as Riviera is going to be interviewing one of the players from Aura 233 to get where their heads are at. So over to you on the main stage.
Look at the trash talking there.
Oh, I love it.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, how is the aura like? The Takashi indeed. Ghana, Aura 233 taking the first game to Nigeria. Charlie, the jollof was cooked.
The egg
well
did
cooked.
top. The egg did top. The egg. Let's put the egg for top. The egg did top.
Absolutely brilliant performance there from Ghana's team Aura 233. Charlie, from a leadership perspective, how do you feel looking at your team performing in this glorious stage?
Yeah. Pass. The aura is 1,000. 1,000 aura. 1,000. I mean, the gameplay, fantastic. Their ops usage, fantastic. The boys, they've delivered. I mean, this is the game that we're actually looking for, and we've won it 2-1.
Absolutely.
I mean, when we lost the SND, the Nigerian comment, I mean, they were saying egg. Look. The egg, we have boiled it too, but this time we have fried it. We've put it on the jollof and we are eating it like
wow. So from a pro player's perspective, I mean, looking at the situations right now, how are you feeling in terms of winning your first game? Is that going to be some form of a stepping stone to the other games to come?
Oh yes, it's a big stepping stone because we've defeated one of the huge giants in this competition, and to be able to 3-0 them in control. And if you recall, I said that the boys, they win their gunfights, they do not lose their gunfight. So I knew it. 3-0. We didn't even give them a chance to breathe. No breathing space.
No chance at all in control. We knew that in control. The boys are very good at response, and it looks like they have identified a playing style. Tell us about their playing style and how it completely dominated the Nigerian team.
Yes, so this was a clinic. Let me be honest. It was a big down. There's not much to analyze. This is basically I'm coming to your house and I'm slapping you. That's the play style. That's the level of aggression and level of pace. Like, you can't, if you're a team right now playing and you just see this performance, you know that you can't relax. Because the minute you try to slow down, try to play slow, you are going to have Babushka coming to press your neck. That's oh my God.
Talk for them.
So basically, from a tactical standpoint, Aura play with pace. And it's not just about playing with pace, it's about getting the kills and having what we call impact. When you get the kill, are you on the hill? Are you capping the hill? You know, in control, when you're on the hill, you pause the time. So you have more time to get more kills, right? So sometimes it's not always about capping the point. Sometimes you see the A, you can't cap the A. But if you are smart enough, the same way, that was another point I want to get to, is about getting B. Like, we know he's not like the best slayer in the world. He's not going to drop kills. He's not going to be flashy. But the guy's brain is bigger than his muscles, honestly. And his muscles are big. Because on the last points, they were about to lose. Let's be honest. They were about to lose on the B. But he was like, no, let me just leave my teammates alone and go and extend the time at A. So because of that, oh my, it was so beautiful to watch. Because of that plan or that point of view that I have to stop this point, his teammates were able to clutch up and win the round. So right now, if you're a team about to face Aura, you know that their Aura is Space Aura. And right now, we have the jollof at home. We are cooking. The next team should come. We take your too.
Absolutely, and we are so excited. And if you are in the comment section, please drop a like for the stream. Indeed, smash the like button, subscribe to the channels, and follow EIB Network everywhere you go. Now, I mean, let me tell you this. I mean, basically, looking at Aura, right, and how they have dominated the scene. Charlie, can we rush and say that the thing is coming home?
Oh yeah, it's coming home. I mean, one of the biggest name in the tournament has been S7 from Nigeria, because this is a team that have been playing together. They've been playing LAN tournaments. I wouldn't be surprised to see a final, which is going to be Aura versus S7 again, Because right now, 2 teams have to qualify from the group stage and go and play from the B side. S7 can go there and dismantle some teams over there, come back and face Aura again. But then as it is, every team is arming up their arsenals over there. We have taken S7 down, and that is just the joy of it. Once the Nigerian team is down, it puts fears into the other team that they've been able to slay these giants. And so far, when it comes to scrimming, they haven't been able to win. I mean, the other teams in there haven't been able to win against Aura. So that should tell you that these guys mean business. Now we are showing them how business is being done in Ghana. Yeah.
Definitely, indeed. And from a pro player's perspective, I mean, looking at, dominating Nigeria in this manner, do you think it cementizes, your place and gives you some form of aura among the other guys? Is that something, is that a statement that you want to make in competitions like this?
Exactly. It's like you going to play a Champions League final and you score Real Madrid. The next team is going to be so scared that, hey, these people scored Real Madrid. Aura defeated the land giants, in quote, land giants in their region, of course, not in the whole world. And we are showing them that in this land, we are the best. So for us to be able to defeat Sierra 7 is putting, the rest are trembling. So yes, we are going to make a statement.
Absolutely, and making a statement. What about the other teams that are in the group as well? From an analyst perspective, now sometimes I know that it's like, when top teams do tend to play, there's this level of there's this level of gameplay that you tend to show. Do you think that complacency might easily set in if Team Aura's temperaments are not really well managed in that particular order?
Yeah, well, it's very easy to win a big game such as they are one of the top teams here. Seven is one of the top teams, so it's very easy to be complacent. And if you become complacent, it's a death sentence. Let's be honest, because all those teams there are there on merit, right? It's not like they are there because there are some Sankwa. Even a Sankwa's team, you have a say. When I was in school, you have a say. Celta Vigo, Calmocha Madrid. That's what I say. So they have to be put, okay, we won the map, very good, we are feeling very hard, but we have to know that, okay, we still have to stick to the game plan. We can't just say, since we've beaten one of the best teams, we are running out and challenging every gunfight, we are running out and doing whatever we want on the map. You still have to follow the regiment, you have to follow the game plan, you have to trust in your teammates, right? So I'm sure the in-game leader in Ruin will be like, guys, we beat them, but there's still much to do, right? We have to calm down. We slam them, yes, through control, beautiful, but we have to relax. And if I'm the other team, if I'm the coach or the analyst for the other team, I'll be like, okay, good. These guys have a problem with a slow pace style in SND. So right now, what we do is that we will sit back, maybe Gengbe over Chow, or maybe you can catch Sunflower on a flank because sometimes he likes to flank, so we can catch him there, slow down the pace a bit, and force them to play at our slow pace. And in the control, we maybe try and match their pace a little bit, which is very difficult because
the guys are
Babushka, black man flash. So you have to be on the SND because the SND is best of 5, right? So the last map is an SND, or I'm mistaken.
No, best of 3. So
best of 3.
Best of 3.
Yeah,
but it's the last.
Yeah, for the grand final. Always SND is lap.
So the last thing is an SND. So if I am the opponent team, we are banging on the SND, slowing down the pace a little bit, using our utility being smokes and needs, and so on and so forth. So I hope that they will just become composed and not rush.
Absolutely. And if you look at it critically, I mean, looking at Team Aura, it looks like their weakness is playing slow, right? So a lot of teams are probably going to pick up on that and will probably try to chance or try to put them in a situation where they are playing slow, because we definitely saw that in the SND. You as a leader, what would you be telling your team, or what would you be telling your captain to tell your team in terms of playing the SND? Should they probably readjust, or should they continue with their identity, knowing that fast game is their style?
Okay, when it comes to SND, I think the winning of gunfight was a bit of a problem when it came to the long range, because their sniper, which was Life and Sage, those two players capitalized on sniping from long range, knowing that Aura was going to rush the point and then plant over there. And if you study all the attacking rounds that we did a lot of quick plants. So their plan is plant quickly, then hold the head glitches and wait for them to come. But at this point, they were using the long range to beam the players off their head glitches. So that's something probably by now their coach is speaking to them about what to do. But when it comes to the response, like the control game that we saw over there, you realize that the gameplay of Aura is to force you to play at our pace. If you notice, the second round in control, S7 was supposed to attack, but then they were trying to play off, like open the game wide, because they know that Aura will be rushing the point. And when they did that, we saw the likes of Hassel and Sunflower going back into their spawn. If you won't come out, we'll be there with you. When you respawn, we'll kill you. You come back again. You spawn. And that was beautiful to watch. I mean, the last progression of the gameplay was lovely. The players used their ops very well, holding the hill, making sure that their life's advantage, it was going up and down. S7 was taking the lead. Then you see us coming back. Beautiful gameplay. This is what we expect from two giants that are playing. But nonetheless, we've served the jollof. We have added boiled egg, and we fried the egg on it.
Brilliant. I mean, looking at it from a player's perspective, because I tend to want to look at different angles in that respect. Knowing that there seems to be an issue with the S&D, how would you feeling? Would you want to probably focus on your strengths in the respawn games, or you'd want to probably look at how you can probably try and make sure that the SNDs to you also improve, because you might be meeting other opponents? What's the thinking or the thought process like for you guys in this particular kind of situation?
In this particular situation, they'll just have to go over what kind of mistakes they made in the SND to try and just brush up their strategies, because as you said, the last game of the finals will be an SND. So we don't want to take the chance that, okay, we trust our gun skills enough to win all our respawns. What if there's an SND game, which is we are tied at 4-4, we need a tiebreaker, it's an SND game. We need to actually put in effort there. So I'm sure right now they are just adjusting their playstyles in the SND to make sure that, in case we have an SND game, we can win it and clutch up.
What would you also be looking forward in terms of the other teams? What are the things that you're going to be looking for in how they are going to play and things that we can pick up?
So in terms of countering play, so we call this countering a player. So right now your main threat is Babushka. Babushka likes to play with pace. So if you want to derail the pace, you want to derail someone playing fast, right? You call it play. The way we call it in code is like you have to play like a bad person. I don't want to use the actual B word, but you have to be like a bad person. Unless you know that Babushka is going to chow as quickly as possible. Right? You just go and hide in a corner, a small corner. When you go and lie down, you chow quickly and be like, nobody said, then just pop up, kill him. So all of a sudden you'll be like, nah, Babushka will start to slow down his pace, because you know that, okay, if I quickly chow and I attempt to take a quick gunfight, this guy might be hiding in some ratty corner somewhere, so I have to slow down. And that's when the entire team just starts to slow down. Then you can force them to play at your pace if you are the other team. But I don't know the play styles of the other teams. Can you comment?
Yeah, Sierra 7, they play very slow.
Okay.
If I used to scrim them a lot every night. They are one of the AR players. Slow. They don't rush. You could see that in the second round. They didn't rush the hill. They didn't rush the A side,
which is weird.
Because you are supposed to capture. You are playing it slow. So they didn't rush. So that's their play style. They play very slow. They don't like taking aggressive gunfights. They try to force you to play slow. But we at Aura, no, we don't do that today.
So what would you say about NXG? Because the South African team. So how would you say their pace is like?
NXG are also fast paced. They can match Aura in terms of pace. Because they also have players like Washed. Bimpo is very good with the SMG. Another crazy guy you should watch out for. They are very fast paced. And the Kenyan team, we have one team, Delta. They have some very good players. They have a player, Michael. He was, I think, last year or 2 years ago, arguably the best player in the whole of Africa.
Wow.
But I think he took a break. And they have a balanced play style. They aggressive, passive, aggressive, passive. So it's going to be very interesting to watch this tourney. It's going to be very interesting.
So that's how.
That's quite interesting to know that these other teams have also got certain things, certain attributes above themselves that can really help, in terms of making them become very, very prominent in this particular competition. So, Charlie, right now, are we confident that Ghana is bringing the thing home?
Super confident.
It's high.
100% Aura.
Right now we have a jollof.
Now we have the jollof.
10,000. No.
To the power things.
To the power things. Also, I know the aura there is not coming down.
All right.
The aura is pretty high. I mean, right now the next game that's going to be playing is going to be NSG versus GHOne ESports. And where is NSG from?
NXG
South Africa.
South Africa. And then GHOne
GHOne is from Morocco.
from Morocco. What do we know about, especially Morocco, the Moroccan team?
You know, when it comes to GHOne ESports being the Moroccan team, they have one beast over there called Darox. He has been playing stage 5, stage 4. I mean, closer to the world champs over there. He's an exceptional player, and obviously he's going to be the MVP for that team because he's going to carry the
MVP for people who are
most valuable player.
MVP is the most valuable player.
Most valuable player. So he is going to carry for them. But looking at the side of NXG, the roster that they have, boy, these South Africans, they have a way of, we don't care about network. What we do is we play the game to win, and it's going to be quite fast-paced because they have that kind of energy that Aura has as well. I think NXG is going to pick the win for this, from my perspective, from their gameplay and the rest. Morocco, we don't know them that much because they haven't been playing together as a team. But with the South Africans, they've been playing tournaments, the experience is there, the energy level, the chemistry is very vital. So when it comes to chemistry, that is what GHOne ESports lacks over there because they are one of the best players among those at the LAN over there. But it is going to be very difficult to carry the rest of the players with him because most of them are unknown names. They have to come together, win their qualifiers, and then come and play. But then, as we've seen Aura make a statement, hopefully, maybe GHOne ESports might be able to make a statement.
Interesting to hear that. I mean, from an analyst perspective, if you look at these two teams playing and you are Team Aura watching them play, what are the things you're going to be looking out for and how are you going to probably pick up points from these guys?
So, an analyst, me personally, I'm looking for mistakes, what they do wrong, right? And particularly the team who wins, I'm looking to capitalize on said mistakes. So if I realize that there's a player who tends to get isolated, he is my target. Because you want the life advantage. Particularly, it's very important in, obviously life is important in SND. And for my animal at home, let me SND is search and destroy, like I said earlier. So the short form is SND. So that my grandmothers and mothers, I don't be confused, patch up. But I'm looking to capitalize on the mistakes. So if I realize that there's a person who tends to over rotates or sometimes just takes unnecessary gunfights or over peaks or doesn't use util enough, he's my target. And I'm also looking at one very important thing in search and destroy is who carries the bomb. Who carries the bomb? Because immediately you kill the person, you know that there's an 80 to 90% chance bomb is down. Okay, let's say it's Darox carrying the bomb, which will be weird for an MVP, but Darox carrying the bomb. Immediately Darox goes down. I know that okay, the bomb carrier is down. Let's quickly peek and see whether he has the bomb. The bomb is down. And once the bomb is down in SND, you have a huge advantage because now they have to come to you. So it's basically mistakes and what goes wrong. And let's say little vital information like who is in the hill, who carries the bomb, and who normally goes for ticks, and who normally likes to go on flanks. Because if you have something called counting kills. So let's say there are 5 people on the map. So if I kill one, let's say, let me use our team, Sunflower, Gingbe, Babushka, right? And I don't see GHOne in the kill feed. It means that GHOne is somewhere behind us. Yeah. He's probably somewhere behind us. So we have to keep that in mind. So if I realize that, okay, if you are counting the kills, and I realize that GHOne, or let's say Gingbe, is not normally on the kill feed, it means that he is their flanker. So we have to keep watching out for people like that in the game.
Wow, keep looking up for people like that in the game. I mean, right now, Team Aura, they've won. You know, their tempers are, you know, quite calm in that respect. But in terms of emotions, things are going to be very high. From a pro player perspective, what would you want your teammates to be doing right now? As they have just won this game, what do you want them to be doing?
Well, I would say they should watch the NXG game because definitely you'll be playing against either of them. So just watch them, see how they do. But in the meantime, you're not playing, just relax. Go to training room, train on your aim. Don't just relax and think it's over. Just warm up, gently warm up, analyze the other teams, do VOD reviews, review your mistakes. See, especially in that S&D game, because maybe that map might come up again. So you need to analyze your mistakes. Where did we hold wrong? Which corners did we hold wrong? Brush all that up, and I think the jollof will come home.
The jollof is definitely going to come. If you're just joining us, this is EIB's live coverage of the Carry1st African Cup Call of Duty Mobile. The first game, Ghana versus Nigeria. Ghana taking that win with a 2-1 victory against Nigeria. The next game is going to happen. It's going to be between South Africa and Morocco. We are quite pumped up. Let me tell you this: if you have Call of Duty Mobile, please get onto your phone, purchase some CP points. You're going to get 20% discount. 20% discount if you use Star FM and if you use GHOne. So definitely do that. Star FM and GHOne, you're going to get 20% discount if you go using the Carry1st shop. We'll pay win up in it. I mean, right now we're talking about CP points and discounts, and for people who are watching, what exactly is a CP point?
Well, it's basically like it's a currency in the game where you buy in-game stuff. Just like how you have money, we don't use money. You actually use money to buy the CP COD points, Call of Duty points. Then they put it in your account so you can use it to buy stuff in the game. Maybe a character skin. You see one nice looking gun, you want to buy it. You can afford that with the COD points.
So we've got some scores in here to try and get an understanding of what happened with the Hardpoint here. Looking at Rune and looking at how Rune was basically the MVP for that particular match. And from a player perspective, what should we be looking out for if we're analyzing these scores? Because we see so many flashes going on.
From our perspective, you should be looking at the OBJ time. You have the time here. You see on RS team, 1 minute 35 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 55 seconds, 1 minute 36 seconds. So that means all of them play hill. Nobody's running around trying to flip spawns. So everyone is playing hill. And if you can watch, see their gunfights. Rune with 41 kills, 32 deaths. Babishka with 38 kills, Sunflower with 31, Hansel with 32. So all of them are winning their gunfights. And if you look at the opposing team, you can see 36 seconds, 45 seconds, 18 seconds. Tipsy with just 18 seconds. If he had even played 1 minute, you will see that they will catch up. But because they lack OBJ time, they are kind of like
lacking
behind. So that's what we should be looking at here. So based on this stat, Aura played very, very well.
From an analyst perspective, sum everything up for us in terms of what are we looking at and what is the reason why the victory went to Aura 233 on this map.
Okay, so my residence boss Popiah said majority of it. He basically said it all. Even when you look at Gameplay was not having a good time. He had only 17 kills and had 34 deaths. That's 0.5 KD. That's half 50 pesos. And yet, but he had hill time 1 minute 36 seconds in the hill. He had the second most hill time in the game. So at least he knows that I'm not having a good time in the game. I will still use my life. My life will have value to the team. I will give my life to be in the hill, right? And if you go to the opposing team, so that's where you can see impact ratings. The impact for someone is 194, 195, etc., etc., etc. One important stat, when you look at Tipsy, I can't see the third person's name, unfortunately, too clear. Sage. Okay, Sage. You realize that they have a higher KD. Tipsy had 34 kills and 27 deaths in total, and Sage had 31 kills, 28 deaths. So they had a very good KD, they had a lot of kills, right? But they don't have what we call impact. Because Tipsy had only 18 seconds in the hill. He's playing outside. Sage had only 45 seconds in the hill, which is decent compared to his foes. But you can't be a winning team if you are not getting points in the hill. You can have, or your KD can be fat. It can be fat. It won't do anything. You have to be in the hill. So that's what in Call of Duty, an analytical side of Call of Duty, call it errant kills. So basically, your kills have no impact. They are useless. Because if I'm in the hill, right, unless it is time to rotate again, and I ran out of it because it's time to rotate, and you kill me, fine, your KD will be big. But the kill you had on me has no effect. Because already once you've killed me here, I'll still respawn at the hill again. So it's an errant kill. It's useless. So sometimes there are some players that when they see you running, they don't even kill you. They just want to get to the hill because that's where all the points. That's where, because this 34 kills and things, we won't give you trophy for it. That's why you don't have jollof. You need
The jollof is not
take your jollof. Yeah, so you need impact. You need to be in the hill. You need to get score, and that's one thing that the Sage boys, the Sierra boys didn't have over us. We were better in that respect, sharing the hill time among ourselves.
So you see clearly, quite interesting here, Nigeria losing to Ghana in the Hardpoint, which seems to be Ghana's dominant playing style in terms of the response. So let's see if we can check out the next one, which is the SND, which is where Ghana lost that battle. From an analyst perspective, what should we be looking at? Because in that game, you see, sometimes we need to educate our viewers. In that previous game, you had to play the objectives, right, and not go for the kills. But in this game, tell us what's going on.
In Search and Destroy, that one, behold your life like egg. That's why we attributed the egg to Search and Destroy, because it's per round basis, and as it's per round basis, right, you don't respawn. Once you die, you are dead. You get it. So let's say in Hardpoint, let's say if it's 5v5 and I kill one person, now the opposing team is 5v4, but to be 5v4 only like a second or two, because the person will respawn and come back. However, SND, if I kill you and it's 5v4 now, I have that 5v4 advantage to the end of the round. So constantly I am man down. And if I kill another one, if you have numbers advantage, you can keep killing. So the essence or the importance of life, right, has a lot to do with SND. So here, that's why you could see that should I see the slower or the more preserved and reserved style of Sierra was able to buy them the win, because they were holding their life like the egg, right? They won't chow something. Our boy Gingbo will go and chow Vim because he has muscle. He wants to chow with Vim, right? But you lose the gun first, then all of a sudden you are a man down, right? And sometimes he carries bomb, so now you are a man down, and like I said, you have bomb down, which gives them a huge advantage. So in SND, sometimes you have to preserve your life more. My CS people will understand. Sometimes there are some times where, let's say it's around, right? It's, let's say, 1v2, 1v3. You can't win. Right? What they do is that they'll go and hide somewhere and keep their weapons. Right? To preserve that life. It's the same thing with SND here. You need to preserve your life. You don't need to chow everything. Although it's good to have an aggressive play style, but sometimes you have to preserve your life. And that's what we didn't do well here. Because you realize only one person is going positive. And that's not even, it's just one. It's Ruin, who was 8-8. And on the other hand, you have someone like Life going 15 and 7. That's a 2KD. Okay, mean when he spawns, 2 people are dying, guaranteed, and you keep his life too. You get it. Yeah. You have Sage 2 at 2KD, 10 and 5, right? 10. So KD is basically kill death ratio. So 10 divided by 5, that's 2. Small mass. Small mass, just small mass. So you have that going on there. So you realize that they preserve their lives. So because the person who died, who had the worst KD, had only 6 deaths, which was tipsy. Right? On the other hand, our lowest death here is 8.
Wow.
It's 8, yeah.
He kept dying.
So even the person who kept dying, he didn't die more in their team. The person who was dying a lot only died a couple, like, less compared to us. So SND, I'm hoping we try and preserve our life more. We don't overchow. If you realize that the chow is not going your way, run away. There's nothing bad in running away, right?
In SND.
In SND, there's nothing bad. In Hardpoint, there, full him.
Back off.
So it's quite interesting how the game seems to bring different attributes of our life, into play here. Sometimes you need to be aggressive for things that you want. Sometimes you need to calm down and then go through different parts of life. So the different levels and the balance in temperaments that we have established, even in video gaming, can easily be extended into our everyday lives in moving forward in life. So let's look at our third one, where we absolutely bamboozled Nigeria.
Control.
In control.
Wow. So what this one is? How do I analyze this? This one is beating, so hot mental, like chill. So control, like I said, it's a good should I say middle ground game mode, because it incorporates 80% of it is respawn. Yeah. But when you get to the latter part, it becomes sort of search and destroy. Because like I said, you have 2 points, and right now you don't respawn anymore. Like once all that, I think it's 25 lives over the whole 30 lives. But when you die 25 times, you're left with 5 lives. So right now it's 5v5, none of you respawn. So it's a good middle ground to understand the game. And like I said, majority of it is respawn. And down to lives are important because if you lose that life, you don't get it back. In Hardpoint, you lose a life, you respawn, there's no life counter or anything. In Control, if it's 30 lives and you lose 29, you won't get that life back. And what our team was good, what we are good at doing, I'll admit to it, is that we are good at putting pressure on the map and killing you. Yebeku, an idiot. And we could see that our KDs are fat. So let's delve into that. So you have Game B, who wasn't having a good time in the Hardpoints, but he was having a few days in the Control. 17 and 10, that's a 1.7 KD. And mind you, for our folks that mean competitive, if you have a 1.1, you are doing well. From a KD standpoint, you are doing very well. One, because you are playing against your peers and you are able to get an advantage, you are doing very well. So Game B 1.7 is impressive. So you could see all of us were going positive, apart from Hustle. And even Hustle, to be honest, he was using movements to bear some people. Yeah. So he was
beaten.
He was very good. So even the 11 and 15 that he's going negative, he still had some impact. Right? So it's all about impact. So you have Babushka, who had 15 and 11, and Win, who had 15 and 11. So they are all going positive. On the other hand, right, I'll take a look at Santi. Santi was getting 15 and 11, right? But you look at the score. When you look at the score, he had only 1,900 score as compared to Babushka's 2,500. But they all have the same kills. So it shows you that Santi was getting kills, but he wasn't hopping on points.
Yeah.
You get it. And like we said, points and score wins games, right? You can have all the dribbles in a game, right? If you don't score them, you never know.
Yeah.
No advantage. And like I said, in this same game mode, lives are important. And that's why you have my chairman, Tipsy.
Oh, Tipsy.
7 and 4, 0.5, 50 pesos. 50 pesos. And we have another young man, I think, that stage, 8 and 10 or 9 and 10.
Yeah.
I think 8 and 10, and I can't quite
That's a negative KD.
Except Santi.
And even Santi's KD, there's no impact there.
There's no impact there.
So, and you have virus to negative, life to negative. The life, you don't have life, you are killing you. You're taking your life. So you have all these things. So Control, if you are not, that's a game where you have to find a balance between preserving your life and finding kills and also attacking the objective. Yeah. So it's a game mode on a needle point, right? So I believe if we can replicate this going forward and just brush up on the SNP, this one might even have buffet, not only jollof.
A buffet of different recipes. I mean, from a leadership perspective, you are somebody controlling the space. When you see these numbers, what do they mean to you? I mean, the players enjoy the KD and the different things that come in, but for you as somebody who's on top of the organization, what do these numbers mean to you, and how can you make sense of it from an organizational point of view?
All right, when it comes to community-wise, in the community, people are hungry to see the KD. That's the kill per death ratio. Whether a player went neg or positive. Neg means they killed you, basa. Right now, the community will be dragging you that you negged in this game. They'll literally laugh at you. But from a manager's point of view, we are more interested in the time. You holding the hill time. And if you can see, almost everyone was in the OBJ. Everyone was holding the hill. What I say to my players is that if you're a slayer, slay in the hill. Just prevent your enemies from entering. And even when you look at S7's side of gameplay, their MVP was only one to hold the hill for 1 minute. That should tell you that he was trying to hold the hill and you guys were not backing him up. Because they were rushing them. Once you're in the hill, we break it up for you. Once you are there, we keep contesting so that the point doesn't read up very fast. So from our point of view, a win is a win, whether you neg or you go positive. All you need is that you have won as a team. And when it goes to the SND side, a little bit of hiccups here and there. When we came to Control, we found out that some players were using movement as bait on players. And then there's this interest part in Control, spawn trapping. Once you are able to initiate a spawn trap, it becomes the joy and excitement of the game. Right now, everybody is talking about the spawn trapping that happened when Hustle and the Sunflower went to the spawn. Once they kill you, you spawn, and they can kill you instantly again. That is what the trapping is about. That means you are being trapped in your own spawn. You can't move away. And knowing S7 to be slow-paced, that gave Gengbe a chance. Because in HP, he was a bit slow for the team, but in control, he was slow with them, so he could. You saw him in the vent.
Yes.
Walking, moving, crouching in the vent, going over there and killing them one after the other, trying to flank them, and that was a very good gameplay because the CR7 players know that Aura players are very fast-paced. So they were trying to be relaxed, and then we had someone flanking them and doing the Lord's work over there.
The Lord's work indeed, absolutely taking the tournament by storm. Right now, I'm sure Team Aura has established themselves as a very, very dominant force in the Carry1st African Cup for Call of Duty Mobile. Charlie, right now, the other teams, what would they be thinking about Ghana? Would they be scared? Would you think that others will be pumped up to want to meet Ghana? And hopefully, what kind of expectation are we now putting in for Team Aura in this particular perspective?
Right now, as it is now, every team will love to scream Aura, to practice with them, to see what is so unique about their HP and then their control gameplay. If Aura should win them, they will sit down, review their games and be like, what did Aura do differently from us? And I know most of the teams are watching. It is easier to watch and say, okay, I'm going to counter this. When you are on the field, they know what they are doing. They'll put you on their own pace. This, you can only catch up with them after the tournament when you've sat down, you've reviewed, you've tried it, you've reviewed, you tried it. Right now, if you are a slow-pacing team that holds angles and goes for the kills, if you want to implement Aura strat right now, it's going to dismantle your team. So far, the only team that I can boldly say that can move at that pace is NXG. And I don't know how the pairing would be. If Aura should come on top of the group and NXG on top of their group, it means we are not going to meet each other. Maybe we'll go and play the second position in B, whilst S7 take the first position in A, in B as well. So that is about. If we are going to meet NXG at the elimination stage, that's going to be a very, very serious battle to look up to.
So right now, I think the next match is going to be on the other group, not in the same group, or the other group. So the first match between NSG and then Sun Esports. I mean, looking at all of this, having the ability to use esports to to bring different cultures together, to bring different ethnicities together, would you also say that esports seems to be a form of a bridge between the African countries? Is it bringing us together, or is it separating us? What do you think?
100%. As I sit here, I've been involved in a lot of African tournament events that are going on in Africa. Next year, there are events that will be coming up. There are gigs that I've done with other esports entities and organizations. Kasa, as a player, has gotten the reputation whereby when he says something, people in the community trust it because they know his level of gameplay. As we have seen players like Sunflower, Babushka, Gengbe rise to the top through this tournament, people are now going to follow them a lot. It's just like you going to walk up and you performing. Everyone wants to see what you were doing, especially when you were enclosed. When you speak, people take it in. So it bridges the gap. Right now we have Moroccans in there, we have Kenyans in there, people traveling, different culture, the taste in food, jollof battle and all those kind of things. South Africans have met their teammates. When they come back, they kind of express what they've seen, what they've been doing out there, the fun together. Since the players left Ghana to Kenya, the community have been talking. What is going on? What are they doing? How is this player? How does this player look in person? People are describing. What food are they going for? Do they like smoking? Because we've heard this country, they like smoking a lot. What is going on over here? How is their composure? There are some players that are very good online. So when they meet them in person, they are like, is he still good as he is online? That is how everybody is trying to weigh it out. And the bridge, I mean, this is a better way of meeting people that have been online for so long, and you bring them together, having fun and playing for the win.
Absolutely, and indeed, bringing these cultures together, bringing these different people together, try to create some form of a synergy. But would you also say that the emergence of mobile gaming has just completely, catapulted the whole esports industry, especially in Africa? And why do you think that has been the case? Why is mobile? Because gaming has been happening for quite a while, PC console, but it looks like with the mobile gaming, Africa seems to be really catching up in terms of playing highly competitively.
Well, for PC gamers, PC is very difficult to acquire. So to get a monitor, a Samsung monitor, 144 Hz, it's not easily accessible to everyone. Or with a phone, you just take your phone.
Okay, so right now it looks like I want to also ask you as well, because think about it. Why is mobile gaming seems to be the thing that is pushing a lot of entities in Africa and the world at large, especially when it comes to competition?
Yeah, first thing is accessibility. Everyone has a mobile phone. 2, it is easy to download. It's easy for you to leave your home and go somewhere and still play. Because once you're on PC, if it's game time, you need to quickly run back to the house and come and play. But when it comes to mobile gaming, you are on the go, you can just play, you can just log in, you can buy your airtime and play. The only challenges has been with our internet service providers, whereby the network has been a bit slow, and so we've been petitioning to the internet service providers so that they beef up the internet speed. Now we are hearing of 5G. We want to see how realistic 5G is really going to work and help the gamers out there. So mobile gaming is something to look up to. We've been hearing of the EAFC, that's the FIFA, for quite a very long time. You need to buy a console. Bro, gaming is very expensive, that's by the way. But mobile gaming has made it a bit cheaper. Yes, still, you need to acquire some form of high-end devices to be at the professional level. But to be at the amateur level, the beginner level, you just need a simple mobile device to start playing your game. Get used to it. The love for it, your performance will push you yourself to upgrade your devices. And that is what has been happening in that space.
Yeah, so indeed, we're going to get back into the live coverage from Kenya. But let me let you understand that this is EIB's live coverage of the Carry1st African Cup for Call of Duty Mobile. This probably is the first time we've seen a network, at this level, engaging in esports and making it, a foothold in that regard. Now, I want to touch on something that you did say about the mobile phone. So basically, what you were saying is, for people who are coming up, young folks and stuff like that, who want to get into gaming, whatever phone they have, they should start with that for now. So that is, at the basic level, start with that, get used to it, and then as you progress,
once you start with what you have. Kasa started on iPad. He was playing on his iPad, and we're like, oh, you're good. The esports team that you're assigned to would be moved to sign you on a device contract. I mean, there are players out there that we've signed on device contract. We give them the mobile devices, the Samsung, the Red Magic that they used to play the game. That's what makes it beautiful and competitive, because someone wants to train hard, join an esports team, so that he can have access to some of these benefits. You are being paid a salary, you are being given a device, you are being given certain allowances, and when you win tournaments, you are being given certain bonuses from that place. And it's just like you working. Averagely, in Africa, players are taking around $50 to $60 per month. So just imagine, convert that to the Ghana cedis. Someone is home struggling to see what they are doing, and the rest, but you are being paid. And that's not even a full-time job. That's just a part-time thing you are doing. So imagine if more companies come on board to sponsor and fund esports teams in Ghana. We'll have the money, the resources. Bro, we'll be going for the world champs. That's it.
Absolutely, and I definitely agree. Going for the world champs and, interacting in the community. And, but also because we looked at it from a very high level perspective in bringing different cultures and stuff like that. What about in country? We have different ethnicities in Ghana, right? Different tribes. How do you think esports is going to bring, or if there is some form of a structure, in terms of an investment or in terms of other policies that are laid out for esports, how do you think it's going to affect the way we relate amongst ourselves in Ghana?
You know, sports brings people together. Even the traditional sports that we play. Once we need to go to stadium, everybody comes around. We laugh, we tease each other, and that is it. It's the same energy that goes on in the esports community as well. We've advocates for companies to come on board, support this esports team, project them on a higher level so that people get to know about it. Then build, community building is the whole vibe. People get to know about it. Parents are home watching, and they are like, I've seen Kojo playing this game before. Is that not the game they are showing on TV? Then you'll be like, oh, Kojo, so this game you are playing. I mean, there are people out there that have traveled outside the country to go and play this tournament and the rest. Are you good at the game? Kojo will be like, me bo, but their device or this thing. Then it'll be like, okay. There are parents that walk into Play Province Arena. They go there and hand over their kids to the management over there and be like, my son likes playing game. I want you to train him very well. I want you to make him one of the best. Some come to Ace Gamers. We have a hub that we are setting up at Nungwa. They come over there and they'll be like, I've been hearing that this place, they don't gamble and the rest. That is something that the association has been conscientizing people under. That when you come to the esports related gaming hubs, Canvic has one, All Games has one, Play Province has one, Ace Gamers has one. When you come there, what we do is that we don't allow gambling. People think that gaming is about gambling. No. You come there, you learn, you use your mind. You need to think like your opponent. Chess. Just like what we saw. S&D is a game of chess. You need to predict where your opponent will like to pass. Hardpoint, you need to know where they'll be coming from. Understand the mechanisms of the game. And you need to sit down to learn. And to learn, you need to be part of an esports body. Be a member. Be a fan. Be a pro player. People text me, they're like, they want to join Ace Gamers. Bro, I was able to set up 5 esports teams for Call of Duty Mobile alone. Imagine, one was in Senegal, one was in Egypt, one was in South Africa, one is a mixture of Ghana and then Nigeria, one was an Ivorian team. That should tell you the power of esports. I was in Senegal, like Senegalese team, they speak French. I was their manager. Every comment they make, I have to go and use Google Translator, come back and reply them, go and translate it again, send it in the page. They come communication wise. Then they got the vibe was going on, they understood the gameplay. Rune went through the training of playing with Senegalese team, then came back to the Ace Gamers team, got beefed up. So sometimes when you see these players at the peak level, they went through a lot of training. It wasn't just one day training. Kasa will attest to it.
Very rigorous training indeed, and that is quite a very instrumental in any structured society. Just like we have it in our athletics, in sports and whatnot, in esports as well. We've also got our own structure that we believe is helping, to elevate the sport in that particular regard. I am very happy that it looks like very soon we're going to be having the next 2 teams that are going to be playing, and my expectations are pretty high. So I'll go from my analyst here. Who, from a neutral perspective, who do you want to win? Or from a country perspective?
From NXG and Morocco.
Yes, against NXG and Morocco.
But then they don't choose Jollof. I think I'll go with, I've heard good things about NXG, so I'll go with NXG first.
You go with NXG because you've heard good things about them.
Yes.
What about you?
Well, I'll say people shouldn't sleep on Morocco because they have Darox. And they have some players, they used to play for an EU team. Like, you see, Morocco is closer to EU, so EU comes. Let's see, Fiorenza, they play EU tier 2 high. So some of their players there, we should watch out for them. Morocco, people don't really, because they play EU comps, so they are used to high MS. So now the latency, we are on the same latency. So the delay they were using to kill you, now I have eyes on Morocco.
On the Moroccan
Sun Esports, Fiorenza and Darox. Those are the 2 people we should. QB, they even have QB, very good player. So.
Wow, that's gonna be. What about you?
Full NXG. I think NXG has the team chemistry to make this work out perfectly. But I'm not going to sleep on that Darox guy. He actually used to be an NXG player. So just imagine, strat information. He knows how this team play. So that will
All
come
right. So the games were about to begin. It is NXG from South Africa versus Morocco. Sunny Sport. Okay, let's go.
Izumi's point of view, this is the side of NXG. Straight into this, all the points here, all the hills here. P1 very exposed on that water fountain, and that is a bit of a lag. And
it's us again. Did we have a crash potentially?
That might not be us. That might be in game.
Could we have?
They're still playing.
Update?
No, they're still playing. They're still playing. Let's just see if that feed will just come right back. But the players are still in game. They are still in game. So that is the emulator. That game loop might have
crashed.
Crashed a bit.
There is no way to stream successfully from your phone to capture in-game. So obviously we are using an emulator, the one that won't get you banned. And it's a good time. We're going to have a quick reset. I'm pretty sure they're trying to bring that feed up as soon as possible. But
the games have started. The game is ongoing. Hardpoint currently ongoing. NXG versus Sun Esports of Morocco. NXG, the battle of the South, South Africa versus Morocco's Sun Esports. Going on right now, this is Hardpoint.
Well, we'll have to come back and tell you the updated scores once we get that feed. But now's the perfect time to talk about the fact that there is, in fact, a giveaway going. So if you want to go over towards Twitter and put your predictions in as to which teams are going to be on top of both A and B group, you can win yourself some fantastic COD points over at the Carry1st store. And then you can get your hands on the new Celestial Series bundle, armory, whatever the terminology is for that awesome skin.
And right now, 20% off sale on COD points right now going on Carry1st shop.
For the whole of November, if I'm not mistaken. It is a Black Friday or Black November, and the additional 10% for the actual event that's happening right now, that being the Carry1st Africa Cup Finals.
And right now we're just going to go jump, as we start off the emulator yet again, we'll just jump into the lobby and find them where they are. But the game, again, just for those just joining, it is ongoing. This is NXG Noxious Gaming versus Sun Esports of Morocco.
And we're not entirely sure what is going on in terms of score, but we'll be able to update you as soon as we have an updated score. But other than that, I think we need to start chatting about the fact that, okay, we're going into it.
Yep. And we're back.
We're back. Okay, even Stevens, it does look like Noxious Gaming is slightly ahead here at 56 to 33. P3 up on your screen.
We're going to let that emulator pre-render settle in. We'll settle in very quickly, and we're back in business. This is the boy jumping through. NXG are in the lead here. Thin lead, 30 points. Won by Hardpoint standard. They're holding. Very exposed hill here. Complete scramble on this one as Noxious Gaming have I won't say a chokehold because it's still under contest as we speak. Anyone's game, yellow or blue. Sun Esports trying to find their way. They do momentarily, but barely for a second.
Well, right now it is going to be a furious battle. Just bear with us as we sort out the frame rate, as I'm pretty sure our burst list in Microsoft PowerPoint will be fantastic after this. But you can see rotation coming through now has been won by at least one of the players, that being Devoid. He has to go massive on this next point here. He cannot fall as he waits for his teammates to rally around him. But again, only 30 seconds or so between these two teams. Very, very closely contested. But here comes the break. Potentially Jarox opens it up, kicks the door open, but pretty much sent back to the gulag, as it does look like Noxious Gaming holding down this point for the time being.
Right now, 18 on 45 is where we stand. 40-point gap as things stand. Bit of a freeze there, but it's still under contest. Complete mayhem there. The claw comes out, but gets nobody. Now Izumi and Co. QB backed up and holding the hill. Momentarily as the yellows flood in, they storm full charge. Quinstad drops Izumi. QB dropped by Sendo.
It is just break after break. It looks like one team gets a good stable footing at the point, and then it is simply just kicked wide open as Spyro finds the Annihilator. And a third with an additional pistol, as he is trying to take over this map right now, doing a fantastic job at that. But regardless, still a slight lead in favor of Noxious Gaming. But we go towards the rotation here. The final hill in the first set of... No, this is actually the first hill in the second set of rotations. I've got my timings out a little bit here as we did join a bit late. But regardless, begin to see some streaks of utility. It looks like it is more or less the Noxious Gaming show, but not by a lot. 40 seconds between these two teams is certainly a margin, but not a real showing as to how the kills are working out.
104 on 63 is where things stand. 104 on 64 is where things stand. With the contest coming through, NXG might have taken that question personally about coming in at second place. No, they're here to prove why they made it here. Why they made it to the Carry1st Africa Cup final. That lead, it may be small, but it's a lead nonetheless. It's something for them to keep them going. They're trying to hold the line. This is Avatar. Bring a round of roses around that water fountain.
Just trying to get as much control as possible. Unfortunately, the timing doesn't work out for him, and the hill's going to be broken. 10 seconds going the way of Sun Esports. But they have to look towards this rotation, and you can see the players completely locked in here. But the kills, actually, on rotation, have worked out perfectly for Noxious Gaming, as they will be able to find the first bit of time pretty much uncontested.
This is it. 120 on 71. NXG looking to hit that 200 mark. Closing in on the encouragement of GG. The war with machine. From Izumi, will he get anyone? Not yet. Oh! He got someone.
Himself. Well, it doesn't matter. It was Dark's. Please make it 4 as he clears the majority of the players around the point, eventually making a bit more time for his teammates to work on.
The equalizer coming through to shred.
Hardpoint contested.
Right through everything. The contest on the new lobby by the garage. It's all blue and yellow. Nobody completely has control, and it's back the way of NXG.
Friendly predator missile.
Who are slowly, brick by brick, making their way to 200. That's Sendo saying no. Access denied to Izumi. Sendo still by the doorway of that garage, holding down to the very wire. 5 seconds in. We rotate. Look at the minimap there. The rotation's early to it. This is... Wait, hold on. It's
a 2v2. It's a massive one to win here on this point. I guess GHOne playing the top position here, trying to get as much height as possible. But on the top, it's actually going to be the side of Sun Esports, finding a bit of time here. We get to see more utility. The Claw is out, as well as the Sparrow, with Spyra up close and personal. GHOne with that gravity cannon is able to break the point wide open here, eventually going further into the lead. And again, it comes back. You always talk about Darox being able to make these insane plays, but he's the only one who's putting up those numbers, as everyone else on his side completely struggling. And you know, there is such thing as a one-man army, but if you're playing against a team that's pretty much even in terms of playing capability, it is very tough, as you get to see another 3 players falling from the side of Sun Esports. They have been kicked back and sent to the drawing board. But again, Carter's Curse broken in, going to that rotation, and once again it is going to be Darox versus GHOne with a massive 1v1 to win here.
Right now, still a lead for NXG. Still right where they started. They started with the lead. They've maintained it as thin as it was. Sun Esports looking to fight their way back. They have hit a 100 mark. Bit of a glitch there, bit of a lag, but eventually the kills fall.
Lost the lead.
For Sendo.
Yeah, they close it out there. They are looking to find, which is still ahead, a full 60. So while well and truly in the driver's seat, you can see more utility being used. All of the players will fall from the side of Sun Esports as they are licking their wounds, trying to rally a third potential break here on this point. And they might have done just that as they find the first kills, trying to get it happening here. But Spyro in the mid-map, not allowing anyone close, just getting them cut down as they work their way on forward. Yeah, look, they were unable to find any of their pieces as the time still ticking over. 200 points now secured by Noxious Gaming.
200 points, correct. The 200 point mark. 50 away from GG's on Hardpoint. QB access denied by Sendo. Right now, 9 seconds left on that hill as we rotate to P1 yet again by the water fountain. Early there is Purenza to try and hold the line. Claim some scrap time. Not happening. Not happening. This man is everywhere. Spyra. Actually, it's Spyra. Spyra seems to be everywhere and nowhere. Popping up at the least expected moments, and that Spyra again dropped by Osa, who has something to say.
Spyra is leading the lobby right now, if I'm not mistaken, in kills. Actually, no, he is one behind Darox at 35, but he is certainly proving a point that the second best team that apparently shouldn't be here is certainly here, and they're here to play as Avatar. Finding another double, potentially not quite, as it's going to be QB who gets the trade there, but time still ticking over for the side of Noxious. Only 20 seconds away now from closing it out. It does appear that we have a good amount of connection issues here, but they will be able to get back into it as soon as possible as the side of Sun Esports finding a bit of time and maybe a bit of control on the map.
There we go, 231, 20 points away from closing this out on Hardpoint. We can hear the players shouting upstairs. It's 119 on 231 as Sun Esports rallying the troops to get to the point, to get to rotate, find their way to the garage, because the garage could win this game for NXT. They're looking for the pass. Firenze with his power doesn't get to use it. He does, and Devoid and Avatar fell before he died.
Well, it was Quinn's dad to maybe get another re-break coming through here, but the spawns have been out, so close spawns now in effect for the side of Sun Esports. You can see Darrox with that, what are those things called? Spectres? Spectre in hand, he is getting killed. Can't even find one. Darrox now using another score streak, using as much utility as possible, but they have been broken, and this is where the side of Noxious Gaming can close it out here. They just have to fend off a few more pushes. As you can see, they're getting set up in the lobby, in the driveway. No one is getting close at this point. As you can see, the boys in gold looking to close it out here. South Africa, the thunder from down under, trying to find a couple more kills. But Quinn's dad, a last one alive at the point, he gets broken. 1 second is all that is between the side of Sun Esports and Noxious, but they can happily waltz Matilda their way over towards the next hill, as they only need 1 second, 1 tick, and that will be the game.
And that might be it, because the Yellows have ran the mile, actually. Avatar and Co have gotten there first. They drop 2 for the price of 1. Firenze and QB fall to give that claim for 1 second straight to NXG on Hardpoint.
It does look like it started strong and ended strong. There was a little bit of wishy-washy in the middle, but either way they played fantastically. I mean, Spyra putting up numbers, the damage stats going out of control. First map now taken by Noxious Gaming.
You know the meme that says, and I took that personally.
Yeah.
GHOne asked a question that was very dicey, and NXG took that personally.
And they put up a showing here for us, but again, there are a couple of factors that we need to take into effect there, that being that there was a bit of connection issue, so maybe it was the side of Sun Esports that suffered a little bit more. But again, Darrox still putting up numbers. He got a clean quad feed in a competitive game, which is an insane concept to me.
Right now, redemption being sought completely on S&D. Best of threes are very dicey. It's like one chance, and that's it.
Well, now we're going to a slower game mode, that being S&D on Tunisia. And I mean, man, you have talked this map up. We're going to see a lot of snipers, hopefully. But if we're talking structure and pace, I'm going to be honest, Noxious did a fantastic job of both. They were both very aggressive when they needed to be, and structured to counteract it. But on the other side, Darrox, he could do it all himself. But you cannot rely on one person. A one-man army will not win you competitions.
No, he will not. No, he will not. But now this is where it matters most. The comms will matter most. The comms will speak for themselves. How gelled the team is, that will speak for itself in what we're about to see on Tunisia right now. You can see, I can't stay in one place. I feel, I need to let loose.
You've got Tunisia, man. You've got to dance around a bit. I hear you.
It's insane, because I'm waiting to see, the proper snipes, man. I'm a sucker for proper snipes. Just feed me.
We saw a couple in the previous
game. We did. Feed me more. Yeah. I'm twitching for more, man. I need get
okay. You're tweaking run out.
Yeah.
You've got to get twisted on the map as somebody needs to get this man a sniper ASAP, otherwise I might not be here in the next intermission. Regardless, we are slowly getting into it here, and of course my name is Trout. This is Eugene Abu Dhabi, and he is a fantastic silver-tongued wordsmith coming out of Nairobi. That's where we both are right now, brought to you by Carry1st and the lovely sponsors behind the scenes and the production team. I know it has been a bit of a rocky start, but as time goes on, we'll be able to iron out those kinks, and it'll be fantastic. And thank you everyone who's watching. It also wouldn't be possible without community engagement, as you guys have put up the numbers. I mean, I don't think we've dropped below 400 consistently.
No, we have not. No, we're not. Look, guys, besides the production issues are here and there, this happens everywhere. Let's not forget that this happens everywhere, regardless of where you host. These things happen live. You cannot plan for certain things live. You can make your way, can plan as you may, but there are certain things that are beyond your control. And they're getting fixed, we're getting sorted, things are stabilizing, the maps, the matches, plenty of Call of Duty action to go, and we promise you You're in for a show, fam. You're in for a show. We will not disappoint you. Let's get this show on the road. We're going straight into S&D on Tunisia. S&D on Tunisia.
It does look like we're going to have a little bit of a delay as the people are getting into the lobby. It has been another lobby reset. Hopefully we get a bit of a better connection there. But regardless, which of the two bomb sites do you think is going to be favored here?
The B site.
B site, okay.
B site will be the most favored, and then there will be for the defending. It's Tunisia is dicey because it's both easier to attack B, and a lot easier to hold B, and then it's a lot harder to catch A, and a lot harder to defend it. Like A is the least favorable site of the Tunisia map.
So it's got sort of like a wild card.
Yeah,
the team puts it down on A.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. I think
that map
is something. This is just the group stage. Just make that clear. These are all best of threes, and this is where the teams are really feeling each other out. Obviously, none of the teams from Group A are going to be playing any of the teams in Group B, but they will be able to see one another and see the playstyles. So how much of the team...
Hold on a second. We need to respond to this. Look at this man. This man says S&D is for bots. Man!
That is a hot take if I've ever heard it. Because he sucks, I'm sorry. Only people who don't understand that there is more to being able to shoot straight in any competitive game mode. I'm going to be honest with you, I think S&D is absolutely the epitome of being able to play a game at the highest level because you have one life and it is completely punishable. But we're going to be putting that to the test as we're loading into the S&D on Tunisia right now.
Let's get straight into it. S&D on Tunisia starts now. Let's get cooking.
Defend the objective.
And off to the races. Responsibility for delivery of the bomb falls to NXG. This is Quinstad holding it. Quinstad holding the bomb. He has a sniper. Now the automaton for Daros. Oh, they went for the A site. I was wrong. Look at these ballsy man. The A site.
I love the wall bank, man. Daros already pre-aiming, trying to see where he can find a couple of these kills. He's going to be doing enough damage to sink a ship, but unable to get the kill. But luckily...
He does. Yeah,
First Blood. Who was that? Zumi?
Zumi gets Spyra.
So First Blood now drawn for the side of... he's handing out free haircuts like you said, but the trade is instant. All of a sudden it's a 2 versus 3, making a 1 versus 4, for Avatar to clutch it up here in the first round of AC.
Right now, this is back to Avatar with the Fennec. Solo 1v3. Turned around the wrong time. What is this man gonna try?
Oh, the disrespect! We breaking kneecaps with boxing gloves. First round.
Do you realize I thought this guy was actually going to do an execution? Yeah. I think he was actually looking for an execution. I swear he was looking for... That would have been...
Defend the objective.
Ultimately disrespect. If he went for an execution... Yo. Okay.
Well, here's where you can see nades being thrown, information trying to be gained. He is just free-firing everything, looking for as much information as possible, but the First Blood yet to be dropped! Whips the shot there, being Quinn's dad, but he is so aggressive, he fears no evil, he shall again.
Wait for it. Will he peek? Peek on the 2 times, Johnny boy? Will you peek? He retreats momentarily. That's Quinn's dad holding, going for another. Dip. Wait for it. Oh, nobody in there, nobody receiving, nobody home.
Well, there has been a trade to start us off here, 4 versus 4. It was Devoid that was taken out, but on the other side of things, I believe it was Furiosa who was sent to an early grave. We'll see him in the next round.
This is Sendo, waiting for anyone to turn up. Nobody home. Everyone is playing this slow and steady. Everyone playing this slow and steady. Oh, shit!
Wow! Get gunned. Curie and Osa sent to an early grave themselves as Darox finds another. It is now a 2 versus 3. Make it a 2 versus 2. 1 versus 2 now for Darox, but he's got the stats.
Oh my god!
The 1 versus 1.
Listen to the crowd behind us, man. They're amped.
But now, with very few seconds left, we need to see what's happening here. Smoke is out. We are punching the air.
Oh my god!
Goodness gracious, we are breaking ankles.
Oh my god!
Taking teeth.
Oh my god!
It doesn't matter. Another round going the way of Sun Esports.
Why would you do that to your fellow man? Why?
Let's go.
Defend the objective.
Are you? We need to calm down off what we...
Okay, it is the Darek show, and we spoke about how you can't be a one-man army. At this stage, he says, okay, hold my figurative insert beer here.
Darox, what are you doing, man? Look at the NXT players are huddled by the B side, wondering, should we peek?
Yeah, I mean, that's just a testament as to how well Darex is controlling this current map.
Oh,
First
God.
blood now drawn again by Darex. He doesn't miss.
What? Are you joking? You know, he didn't get to show his teeth in Hardpoint. He sure as heck is now.
You know what's crazy is Darex has 6, right? And 2 of the players there are good mates with Owen, as they both 0-3 and 0-4 respectively.
Spire, sneaky trying to find his way. No, QB says no to Spire. Access denied. QB again. Oh, so now with a sniper, sneaky, gonna wait for anyone to make the move. Avatar retreats, rightfully so.
Oh my goodness!
Bomb spotted.
Absolutely wall-starred.
Now Darox giving chase to a lonesome NXG player, and that's Sendo, who falls to a sniper that was waiting for him.
Man,
Dear Lord.
these guys are playing out of their skin right now.
Is Darox playing under the table? Darox is playing with his hands under the table.
How does that, that's not possible. The screen, you have to be able to see the screen.
No, I mean he's literally perched. Look,
He's holding it in his
in
lap.
his lap right there.
He's so locked right now, he's looking at pixels between his legs.
My word. Let's get back into it. Back into the game there. First to fall is Quinn's dad. It's currently 3-0 in favor of San.
Oh my goodness.
Into nut job.
Oh,
Literally straight.
No kids for you this day as the kill comes through and the kills just keep on working out. You can see how confident Darex is as he's running around knifing people.
Literally going for the melee. Darox, why is he doing? Why? Oh, Sendo. Straight to lag. Sadly.
Oh well, it's got to happen at some point or another.
That sucks. That's a sad way to go. Sad way to go. And Sendo finally falls. Close out.
Get ready for the next round.
Wow. Someone
4 straight rounds though.
Someone in the comment section says Darox is playing Shipment instead, man.
Yeah, he's out here. He's just having a good time, running around, getting kills. To him, this is another bot lobby. To everyone else, they are fighting for their lives. Literally going through hell itself. Just trying to find a round.
Wow, that is... This S&D is mind-boggling. A far cry from what we saw at Hardpoint. I mean, responsibility for delivery of the bomb is to Devoid. But I don't know if that's going to happen because he just got fragged and dropped by Fiorenza.
Well, Spyro answers back now, and I feel like that was the first kill in 2 rounds for the side of Noxious Gaming here. But they need to find a little bit more as they have dropped the bomb. They've managed to recover it. But at the moment, it is still complete map control for the side of Sun Esports. And I've got to be honest, it's off the back of Darox undisputed.
Right now, Spyro still bearing the responsibility for delivery of that bomb. So for the slide by Avatar, slide and disappear.
You know, get pre-fired and you still lose, that's unfortunate. Either way, 3 versus 3, bomb yet to go down.
Now you see me, now you don't. Avatar playing mind games there. But Darox on a different level yet again. Drops Avatar, takes 2. He might claim 3. Will he? No, his teammate didn't let him get that one, but Darox shooting body. As in, seriously.
The confidence. He's here to play as he knows where to look and when to get the kills. And I was told that audio is a big part of this, and I think this guy is hearing them literally fart across the map.
Oh my goodness, this is Darox. Darox is undisputedly MVP of S&D right now.
Look at his teammates' kills compared to his. He's literally tripled the closest person to it.
MVP of this S&D matchup right now. That's Devoid. Drops Darox actually. Finally, the wild card.
Take out the top player and you can start playing around it.
Yeah, that's Devoid. Look at it, tapping wildly.
Making sure that he gets the kills down range, but right now it does look like it is still going the way of the boys in orange, but not by a long shot. It's still a 1 versus 2 here, and of
1v2.
course we do have Osa, I think, is the last one up.
Yeah, that's Osa with his Avatar and Sendo.
He does have a sniper in hand, and we know how saucy he can get with that.
Back to Sendo. Let's see what Osa can pull off with that Tundra. Watch your corner. He chooses to retreat. Didn't feel safe around that corner. Gonna try and flank. Can he get it?
What is this time? He sees the player, he misses the shot, goes for the reach. Oh my goodness! But it doesn't matter, the trade is instant. But man, oh man, talk about a bit of flair as he finds the first in that 1 versus 2. But at long last, it feels like the boys in orange managed to find their first round, and that is right before they flip over to defense.
Can they repeat? Can they begin the process, the long road for a comeback? And I say long because that's exactly what it's going to be, considering what we've seen from this
Still
Sun Esports side. This is Daros.
Well, he picks up the sniper, maybe he wants to get a little bit saucy with it himself.
Oh no, I want to see what Daros does with that sniper.
Well, Devoid finds another. 2 players already fallen for the side of Sun Esports here. Bit of a change in pace completely, if we're being honest. It does appear again that defense is absolutely the favored way. But either way, Lorenzo finds another one to answer back. Devoid can't find the second. And what was looking like a fantastic start for the side of Noxious has been swept out from underneath them as it's a 3v3.
But the trades have, yeah, correct. The trades have even the odds. It's 3v3. And Obi-Wan Kenobi, that Sendo, he has the high ground but doesn't get the kill. Might claim the assist as Avatar finishes the job on Fiorenza.
Well, Sendo and Avatar now in a 2 versus 2. They have to deny the plant and they need to get some good timing. I'm pretty sure he would have seen the player there.
This is Darox. On the other side, Sendo with a hard task of facing up against Darox.
Oh, I love that. He realizes I'm not taking that 1v1, gets out with his life, waits for his teammate. Darox almost makes the perfect read, looking for the double. Pre-fire goes hard. Gun goes yet to find fire goes hard. He looks for the snipe almost, but it's going to be a QB. Picks up the pieces in another round, going the way of Sun Esports. It looks like we have found the S&P merchants in this competition.
Yeah, that is, wow, that is Sun.
Destroy the objective.
Sun. People choosing S&D to shine.
Grenade out.
People choosing S&D to shine. And I asked Darox and Co, please show us something. Show off a bit. The men have delivered. Are you not entertained? What is this? Darox on 13 kills.
Insane.
On S&D, and he started off with those 13 kills on melee. QB. Fiorenza, high ground, waiting for someone to peek there. Who's behind that corner? Devoid dropped by Darox, actually, the sniper. Spire trades in.
Spire left in a 1 versus 2, but it's going to work out perfectly for the side of Sun Esports as they close out the S&D 7-1. Man, oh man, it looks like we are rinsing and repeating the first match that we watched today.
We are winners, our Sun Esports on S&D. It's 1-1 again. Rinse, repeat on these results. The quality of play is showing itself.
Unbelievable.
The quality of play. We're no longer in the qualifiers. That is very clear. That is clear. No squashings today. Sure, squashings on certain modes, but
I mean, that was an absolute squashing, if we're being honest. That was undisputed.
So what we have is modes where certain things shine, and others where they completely crumble.
And if we're being honest here,
well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure having you guys with us indeed for the EIB's live coverage of the Carry1st African Call of Duty Mobile Championship. We've seen Team Aura absolutely destroy Team Nigeria in that case, and we have all been happy and we have all been excited, and we are hoping that the Ghanaian community tends to support our team in the upcoming competitions. Now, final words from my panelists here as we tend to wrap things up. What has been your take so far on the coverage and also in the competition so far?
I think so far the tournament has been great. The gameplays, I mean, the predictions that people have made, especially against Aura and then S7, there were mixed feelings out there. People were rooting for Series 7 to win. People were rooting for Aura. But then so far so good.
Good. What about you? What has been your take so far?
Well, I'm so proud of the Ghanaian guys. Being able to go there and make a statement in the first match, all eyes on you, but being able to perform under that pressure, I'm so glad. And I know they'll bring the trophy.
Good. And what about you two? What is your take so far?
I really like the Ghanaian. They have an identity, which is very important. You have to have an identity. If you don't have an identity, it's very difficult to execute a game plan around that identity. So the fast aggression, fun to watch Call of Duty that they are playing, I'm very happy. Their competition right now is NXG. So if we get that matchup, it will be a certified banger. So but I'm really happy. I think they can do it. I really
fantastic indeed. It's been an absolute pleasure. My name is Isaac Einstein, and I've been your host with you here on AIB's live coverage. So please continue to follow and smash the like button all across the socials. And remember, 20% discount. Thank you very, very much to all our fantastic panelists here, and also esports enthusiasts, and also to our viewers online and on TV as well. It's been an absolute pleasure. Tomorrow at 10:30 we're going to be back here, and I'm very sure that Ghana will qualify for the next stage so that we can enjoy some more action here from the Carry1st African Cup for Call of Duty Mobile. It's been an absolute pleasure. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere, smash the like button, subscribe to the channels, and keep the comments coming, and keep supporting Team Ghana as they play in this particular championship. Esports is here to stay.